Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 115. Surprise!
Hi.
Look, I know we said we were going to go back to the regular scheduling programming. You said we weren't going to see you in a fortnight, but we are back again. There's been so much developing that we said we cannot leave this another week. We've got to tag this now.
Yeah, it's been
so
quite a
we
wild week.
are back in the building. What are you going to say, Toby?
So it's been quite a wild week.
Yeah, it has been quite a wild week. There's been a lot going on. So let's just get straight into it. You don't want to hear all of this jibber jabber. Straight into the introductions. It's Kesi, aka K's Boogie in the kit. What it do?
And it's your friendly neighborhood Tobi T, Shammy T, if you're damn well nasty.
And it's Mr. MBT, the one and only.
Well, yeah, just spit water all down myself.
Excuse me, sorry.
Please excuse me. All right, guys, we're going straight in, okay? To those who are here on YouTube, I guess you already have an idea of what we're talking about. But really, to be honest, even if you're listening, you can see the title in it. You know what's going down. It's time for Tables Trainers.
Trainers, tables, watcha!
Please forgive MBT. He started today. Now, in regards to the trainers on the table, these are picked for an obvious reason. But to those who are listening, it will do you well to come on down to YouTube Town where you can see these trainers in what?
In our real life.
Thank you. If you are here on YouTube, is someone going to say something?
Yeah, I was going to say something. Continue.
Go on, say it.
No, continue. I'll talk about it later.
Okay. So to those who are here on YouTube, hello already. I know you can see what's on the table. We are doing all things Yeezy today. I guess we're putting Yeezys on the table because no one else will.
Yes.
And we're putting Yeezy on the table because this is probably the last time you're going to see a pair of Yeezys with the Adidas sign on it.
No, true.
A pair of Adidas trainers with the Yeezy branding on it.
These are all officially dead stocks.
This box
Basically.
is going to say 700
Well,
made by
they're not actually dead stock because they're not new.
700 made by... This is kind of...
dead love stock.
That is,
Yeah, they are end of an era.
Yeah, pre-love dead stock.
yeah, end of an era, right?
End of an era.
It is end of an era for real. Okay, let's get straight into it. So to the right of us, we have the Yeezy 700 Wave Runner. This is a Yeezy 700 V1.
Yeah.
This is the OG.
Would you say that's the best trainer from the whole Yeezy collection?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Without
Hands
Undoubtedly.
out. It sells out every single time.
Without a shadow
Yeah.
of doubt. This
Yeah.
is
This one broke the internet.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah. Outside of it selling out every time, right? It's actually cold. And I think as well, like when everyone was doing the dad shoe, I can't remember who was doing the dad shoe around that time. I guess it would have just been Balenciaga.
McQueen's.
Gucci,
Yeah.
the right on.
Yeah,
Gucci
yeah. I
Ride-Ons,
would have said so like Balenciaga, Gucci, but you know, there was like an uprise of like the dad shoes, like the New Balance dad shoes, like the ugly models that no one really wears. And this was kind of coming back and coming in. This was the first shoe brought out by Nike, Adidas, those big heavy heels.
Yeah.
That it's actually like a nice dad shoe that I want to wear.
And stood the test of time.
Yeah, it actually has.
Do you
I
know
like it very
what?
much.
Speaking about dad shoes, yeah, the Gucci Right-On was very underrated.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very, very underrated.
Do you know why I think? I think it's because it was really expensive and also quite simple. And the designs that were cool were a bit too...
Was it that expensive when it came out? It was like $5 when it came out.
It was
I
a price, same price as Triple S, but as Kay said, it was very simple.
It was
compared
very
to Triple
simple.
S.
There's no real branding on it. You know when you see a Triple S, you know that's a status symbol. It's Balenciaga. With those, the Gucci Right-Ons, it could have been Gucci, it could have been Zara.
ASOS.
It could, there was no real way of knowing.
Because I'm thinking about, I've said it to you on many occasions. Do you think it can still be rocked in this day and age?
Absolutely, I see it.
For a
and
fact,
it still has a place.
Just
Still has a place.
the plain ones.
It's amazing.
I might look at them again, you know.
Feel free.
To those who don't know, I used to work in Gucci, and when I worked in Gucci, I got Michael a pair of the Right-Ons for 50% discount.
We enjoyed.
So Michael got those for we did.
I got them for like $2 or something.
It was like £200, and he decided to sell them. And now he wants to buy them again, and they're like how much?
Like $7 or something.
To God be the glory.
What's mad is
We're definitely living like P. Diddy.
No,
absolutely. We lived a good
life. We've actually done the what's it called? We've done the luxury thing. Like we've actually done it.
How about Uni wearing Gucci? This doesn't make any damn sense.
It didn't make any sense. It didn't make sense.
Gucci
You were actually
t-shirts,
dressing like an
Gucci
international student.
jumpers.
It didn't make any sense.
I just remember. I don't know if I should maybe say this part. I was gonna just talk about that delivery that I got that one time. Do you guys remember?
Yeah,
with your jumper,
that huge
your
box.
t-shirt.
Yeah. We bought so much stuff.
What the contents?
Nah, if you saw like the Gucci jumpers, like
My mum said my living room looked like a stock room for like 3 days.
it did.
Yeah, it was nuts. It didn't make sense.
It is Gucci bags. What do you know what? Yeah, it was so mad because we had the opportunity to get the what's it called? What's the Gucci shoe with the no back?
Prince Towns.
The Prince Towns.
Yeah.
And
Prince Towns loafers, the heels, everything. I can't lie. I lacked in. I didn't lack, to be fair, because I was definitely like 22.
Yeah.
But I lacked in the sense of like.
Just wasn't smart of it, innit?
We can get in the stuff that you can probably still have now. And
this is what I'm saying.
Everything that we could have got then, now the price is stupid.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there was bags that you could have got.
Yeah, so that's what I was going to say. Remember that bag that I got, the pink one?
Yep.
They had that in black for like £200. That would have been an everyday bag.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I didn't buy it.
Yeah, it's mad, man. It gets like that.
Yeah.
It gets like that. It gets like that. Yeah, give me a second.
Yeah, straight.
Just give me a second.
Did you call her first and she's calling you back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, what's the time?
It's 9:43. Okay. Oh, you meant on the
Yes.
thingy. Okay.
It's 9:43.
Alright, let's go.
Okay, cool. So on the left of us, we have Toby. What do we have?
We have
the Yeezy 700 analog to the left. Toby, to the
I
left.
feel like we've already done this shoe.
No.
We did it
We've
already.
done that.
I said to the left. Toby. It's early morning, people. This is the Yeezy 700 analog. This is also a V1, more neutral color palette.
Yeah.
Really, really enjoyed this actually. I think when it came out and you got it, because this is MBT's pair. By the way, obviously we all three. Oh no, shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you left yours because obviously.
No. I was gonna say all three of us have the Wave Runner, but you don't have
Oh
it.
yeah, I don't have it anymore, and I'm happy I don't.
Okay, you're okay that you
Yeah.
don't. I was gonna ask.
I'm happy I don't.
Until now, when you try and buy it, and it says £7,000.
No, I'm not.
And I actually
I'm not
really
gonna
want to
buy
get
it.
another pair too. That's the thing. This
Yeah,
shoe,
do you know
that's them boots.
you? I told you
Yeah, I
with the
know.
last one
I
to
know.
get another pair. You didn't want to get another
I
pair.
played myself big time. I should have also got the V3 Vanta Blacks too. The one that Princess got.
That's the one I want.
I want the sunflower yellow. Do you think it will be expensive now?
I think these will be fine. People don't really like these, but these and the V3s.
I like those yellow
No,
ones.
the
And
yellow
V2,
ones are nice.
sorry.
The one that Princess has.
Yeah. Anyway, one
These
at a
look like
time.
freezer.
One at a time. So to the left of us, we have the analogs.
Yep.
I really like them, but I would personally never buy them. There's nothing wrong with them,
Yeah.
but they're just a little bit too close to an Oswego.
Oh,
The
okay.
color palette.
I hear you.
I need some. I like this one because even though I personally wouldn't wear a trainer that has grey, green, and blue,
Yeah.
it looks sick
It works
with fluorescent
well.
laces. Like it just works. This one is perfectly fine. There's actually
It's very
nothing wrong with it.
tonal.
I like
It's very
it.
tonal.
But it's just not my type of shoe.
Yeah.
Just not my type of shoe.
It definitely done its job. That was the Afro Nation shoe, guys.
Which
oh
one?
yeah,
The
shoot.
analogs.
Yeah, you've ruined yours.
My one's got trashed
Long,
up.
done now.
Yes, it's finished.
Yeah, absolutely. Finale.
Lord.
Do you remember when you tripped to Afro Nation? That's a core memory in my mind.
Flipped.
Yeah.
Front flip.
Toby actually
Ripped my
almost
shot.
died on the beach. Like actually
Front flip and
almost
ripped
died.
my shorts.
What did you trip over?
He tried to
it was
the barrier.
when everyone was coming off the beach and coming back onto land.
Oh,
And
because
there was that
actually there
wooden
was
plank.
stairs,
Yeah,
and that
but
was a plank that
it
stopped
was
you from
dark.
climbing. Yeah,
so
you
it
didn't
was pitch
see.
black.
Yeah,
And I
there's
front
squirrels
flipped.
in his pants.
Yes.
Yeah, your whole ass was out.
My ass was out. My shorts ripped.
Damn,
Great time.
sorry.
Amazing time.
Yeah,
Amazing.
good times. Okay, and on the pedestal today we have.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
This is the Yeezy 700 V3, but I don't know the colorway.
No one does.
Yeah,
Okay.
it just
It's
looks
blue,
hideous, man.
blue, white, and black. Nah, I actually really like this pair.
I really don't know why I got this colorway, really and truly. I actually don't understand it. If anyone wants to buy it, let me know.
Lord.
I do not know why I got it.
I like it. I think it's quite fun. Does it glow in the dark?
No, maybe. No. The black pair does.
Yeah.
I still got the black pair. I actually forgot about that.
Yeah.
Black pair does. But this one doesn't. No.
Do you know what's so mad is that this trainer, yeah, when you first got them, and you was wearing it, because this was the same time when Essentials was popping and stuff like that.
Yeah.
When you wear it, because obviously Essentials has like a tapered bottom, it looked cold.
Yeah, I mean, I hear it. I think nowadays I just don't know about this particular colorway.
It is what it is, isn't it? It looks hideous to me. This shoe's ugly.
I really, really like it. And I didn't like it at first. I remember being like, Toby, don't
Looks
do
like a
it.
football boot.
But that yellow one, it's that yellow one that
Yellow
sold
one.
me.
Yeah.
That yellow one is insane. And I need that. In a size, what size do I need it in?
7.
In one above your actual size.
Yeah, so I need it in a
Don't
7.
play yourself.
Anyone got a size 7? You shot me, holla. And with that brings us to the end of Tiba's Trainers.
Trainers, tables,
With you.
with Jojo,
Over to the news, MBT.
please.
All right, guys. So every single week we come with the latest news about music, sneakers, what's popular in the culture, and fashion. So first thing on the list, and I'm very excited. Everybody and their dad has messaged me about this trainer because they know my love for this trainer. The Syracuse and the Kentucky Dunks are coming out the 1st of November. We thank God because I've been looking at this trainer for the past 3 years.
Do you know what? It's just so interesting. So they came out in 2020, fresh off of lockdown,
Yep.
right before we went into lockdown, actually. And all I can think about when I think about them is that not many people have them, and I think it must be down to the beginning of the pandemic.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And because of that, the Syracuse are what, 700, 800 they were going for?
Yeah. Do you know how much they're going for now?
How much?
200, 300.
Yeah, 3 bills.
They dropped.
Yeah.
Yeah, they plummeted.
Is it the same shoe?
Like,
It's the same shoe.
Or is it
Well,
like the
we
new
don't
dunk?
know yet.
I think it might
we
be the
don't
new
know.
dunk.
Yeah.
I think it's probably going to be
with
the
a flat Nike tick.
Yeah.
If it is, it's calm. I still want the trainer.
And so if that is the case and they bring out, this one is like the newer, less quality
Yeah.
version, do you reckon that the old ones will go back up in price?
Probably not. No
Probably
one. Do you
not.
know
I
what?
don't think people
I don't
care
think
about
people
that
care
much.
enough.
No.
It's
Yeah.
not that people don't care enough. People, I feel like a lot of people in the sneak. Let me not exaggerate, but I feel like the way we are like nitty gritty about the Nike tick
Very
is puffy.
particular,
I don't
yeah.
think people actually look at that.
Yeah, I
and it's
think-
not that they're not interested. I don't think they know about trainers like that.
Maybe, but I think we're now in a time where people generally just don't care anymore. I think
Mm-hmm.
people, if you're happy to get the same colorway, then they don't really care about it being
Yeah.
the old puffy one, the shape or that. People have rinsed out dunks for the past 3 years now.
If anyone's
People
got a
don't
pair of
care.
Panda Dunks in a 10.5, I need a new pair.
Serious?
Yeah, I need a new pair. I need to double up on that.
You actually want a
Really?
new pair?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I love them.
You
They're
can get
cold.
it tomorrow, really and truly.
Yeah, no, but
Nike will
I'm
probably
not,
drop it in the morning.
if they do, books.
Yeah, I think he said he put up a post, but I don't think he's
Yeah.
getting anyone any more dunks anymore.
Now he's getting me some.
I think he said he's gonna side eye everyone that tries to ask him.
You're getting me a Panda Dunk. The streets know you for Panda Dunks.
Does
But
he even
dunks
like
will
them?
stop.
No, I don't think that's, he's tired of them.
But he's just a plug for dunks at the
Yeah.
point.
Shout out Bugs, the
Yeah,
dunk
shout out
merchant.
Bugs. Anyway, next thing on the list is LV is auctioning Virgil Abloh's archive in Dover Street, not in the UK, in Japan.
Maki Ginza.
Right. So this archive, is this his Louis Vuitton collection or is his personal stuff?
I'm not
It's
sure
his,
exactly.
it's his collection.
His personal
From the-
collection?
No. From the Louis Vuitton
Releases.
Like, yeah, some of his old Louis Vuitton releases.
Oh,
Look.
so the green pair of
Look,
the
that's
Virgil
it.
trainers are going to be there.
Can anybody fly to Japan because I'm not going to pay that cost?
Have you got 20,000 billion yen?
Literally.
Because that's how much it's going to be.
Literally.
Can someone
I'm literally
lend?
be
Can someone
dumb
lend
stupid.
me cash in yen?
You know, it's an
Like
auction,
cashing, yeah.
right?
Eh?
You know it's an auction. So
Auction.
it's
Someone will just come and say,
And
a
you know-
million.
and that's
2.5 billion.
100%. And you
Yeah.
know that's chicken change to them.
Oh gosh!
Yeah.
And all Virgil done was so one stitch in that shoe, and they said, "Yeah, 2 billion."
I'm telling you, I'm not gonna lie. This, you know, like sometimes I don't care for trainers like that, yeah. But that trainer,
It's a beautiful shoe.
the white and green one and the black one, the original black one. Sincere has both of them, by the way.
Does he?
Yeah, he has both.
Won't be surprised, to be honest.
Did you see when he got the what's called the
The
Louis Vuitton Air
Vuitton Air
Forces?
Forces,
Oh
yeah.
lord! And he said he's not wearing them.
I'm not surprised either. I'll stock those ones.
That trainer is cold. I would actually, if I had the money, I would have bought two. I would have worn one and stocked one.
I hear it.
That trainer's too cold.
It's
You don't like the black LV trainers? The suede one with the LV all
I
over it?
do really
It's
like
too
them.
cold.
I was just reading more into to see if they had released what pieces were going to be,
Yeah.
but they haven't.
They
It's just
haven't.
going to be stuff that came from
His collection.
Virgil's tenure, his
Yeah.
time there. So
Boy,
that's it.
It'll probably be a lot of limited edition pieces, those one-of-one pieces and stuff that he
Yeah.
probably made for the fashion shows and stuff.
yeah, he gave
So they've
Offset
just
quite a bit.
they've just named a handful of like some of the stuff that he's done. I'm just thinking like the significant things like
Yeah.
the harness, the holographic bag,
Yeah.
the light
light
art
shoes.
keypull, like the
Okay,
the
cool.
big duffel.
The duffel.
And the shoes, I'm guessing too.
like to hope so.
They haven't. Oh yeah,
The
and so
Blinky
obviously, are you talking about the Air Force Ones?
No, the Blinky
No.
dude, Louis Vuitton shoes.
No, that's not referenced here. But again, this is just they're
Yeah, it's
just
just
naming
a-
the most significant,
Yeah.
and also the Nego
Collab.
collab.
The
I
human.
did love
I
that
really love
collab.
that collab.
The baseball jacket.
If
I love the
if
bags.
if I had Guala,
Oh,
That's
everything.
me.
The bags, the jackets, everything was so cool.
I
The only
really
thing,
did.
the only thing I didn't like from the collection was the LV trainers that they did, where it had the print all
Oh
over
yeah,
it.
that wasn't that nice.
Had like
yeah,
ducks
the
and stuff.
hearts and
but I
ducks.
like the duck. They had a duck bag, right?
They did.
Yeah.
they
That
did.
was fantastic. Yeah. Well, let's see.
If I was a collector, that Louis Vuitton airplane bag,
Yeah,
I
for
would have
sure.
it.
Really?
Yeah, that's a beautiful bag.
Yeah.
I would just have
would
it just
have-
hanging
yeah,
from the
just
ceiling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, next thing on the list is there's been some beef. Beef on the streets.
Yeah, okay.
There's been some beef on the streets and online. Cortez
And Lane.
Cortez and Reese.
Reese.
What's his name?
Wabara.
Reese.
Reese Yabo.
Wabara.
No, it's not Yabo. It's
Isn't it Wabara?
Wabara.
Man d'Ivoire. The
Warana.
Man d'Ivoire guy. Yeah. That's one.
Manière de voir.
Yeah, I mean,
Apologies,
that's
not Reese
it.
Yabo. Reese Yabo, he's not copying people.
No, he's not.
Man of the Wild guy is.
Yeah. Basically, so there was a release from Man d'Ivoire that had a similar, probably identical
Allegedly.
design.
What do you
No,
mean allegedly?
it was
I saw it with
allegedly.
my
I
eyes,
saw
you
it with my own
joker.
eyes. Allegedly, he basically copycatted Cortez's logo.
Yes.
Now the thing is, it's
Yeah.
one thing copying someone's designs, but when you copy the whole fucking logo, it's
You're
a
mad.
problem.
You're mad.
So
You're
just
mad.
just to give you guys some context, Man d'Ivoire released a tracksuit and another item which had a logo that was very similar to Cortez's logo. Now Cortez went on Twitter and they were basically
Cortez.
yeah.
What is the pronunciation?
Is it Cortez? Cortez?
No, because you said Cortez when I Twitter.
Oh, Clint. It was Clint. Okay,
Yeah, no.
okay.
Cortez, the corporation.
Yes.
As a whole.
You might as well. That's his brand. So, okay, Clint went on Twitter and went for Reese, basically saying, fam, like, you basically copied my brand, like, you fast fashion bitch. That's what he basically said. And Reese obviously came back with his politically correct responses because that's the type of person that he is.
Yeah.
But fuck all of that, yeah?
What was politically correct about it?
He basically was saying something along the lines of "you're for the streets and I'm about business."
Yeah,
If you
that's
wanna
not
make
politically
money, this
correct.
is
He's just a
business.
fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Man said, I'm about this money. You'll see.
Yeah.
But
Bro,
the thing,
what?
do you know what?
Sorry.
The thing is about Reese, yeah, in that moment in time, yeah, I knew, yeah, you are not about it.
The thing is, yeah,
You're not about it.
It's not about him being about it. I think he was just being stupid. I think he was trying to play off the whole Jay-Z go to dinner situation.
yeah.
If you're about your money, about business, you understand this is how the industry goes. Well, boy, let me tell you something. Yeah, Cortez is about the business for sure.
Yeah.
But this is a brand for the youth.
Yeah.
He's got a bloody army
Yeah,
behind
this guy's
him.
got a cult.
If
Well,
people want to shut down Man d'Ivoire, they can shut down Man d'Ivoire.
No, they wouldn't be able to shut. No,
No, Man d'Ivoire is definitely bigger than Cortez.
I mean, I know company wise and probably profit wise for
Yeah,
sure.
100%.
But I'm talking
Absolutely.
about in terms of influence on the culture.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
can shut down that.
But and it's very clear to see that they've clearly got two very separate objectives. Like
For sure.
Manière d'Ivoire is
It's
all
fast
about
fashion.
it's fast fashion.
It's
It's,
a
all about
boohoo.
making money. It's a boohoo.
It's a boohoo.
It's a boohoo. And Cortez, like their whole thing is about rebellion and
Culture.
being exclusive for the culture. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like keeping people entertained in that sense. So they're clearly on two different levels. But the thing that okay, Reese can say whatever he wants because then he put up a screenshot or a picture of like how much money he's made in the last day.
He always
Yeah.
does that. He always does that.
And it's like, that's cute in that, but like, you're profiting off of his designs.
Yeah.
So what point are you proving other than you're a fan? You're a widow. Like,
and
you're
you can,
actually
and you
a
can
widow.
see what his brand has done. Like, you know, when you buy something from an expensive brand and then, for example, Zara comes and copies it and then you buy that's what you basically
It's
done.
definitely another copycat brand. It
He's
just
a
copies
thief,
whatever.
man.
I mean, I'm not sure if I've seen anything original from that brand.
Never, not
100%.
once.
Do you know what?
You remember the Daily Paper jacket?
Yeah, I remember
No, I
the Daily
don't
Paper
remember.
jacket when
The
they
Daily
did
Paper
that.
varsity jacket.
They did even
Oh, yes,
they even
yes.
Plissé with Issey Miyake.
Yeah.
Did you see the new releases that they've done where it's got the Eiffel Tower copying
Kenzo?
no is it Kenzo AMI? You know AMI doesn't do AMI does the heart in it.
Yeah.
No, but it's like
Kenzo
got
does the
Eiffel
Eiffel
Tower in
Tower.
it. Yeah. I was like, yeah.
Childish,
thieves.
man.
They've been thieves. They've been doing this for so long. So it's like,
Do you
whatever.
know? But the thing is, yeah, at the same time, you can't say that because obviously that's what fast fashion is. That's the lane that he's in.
It doesn't matter,
but it's not, know your lane. Don't come up here with your backup trying to act like this is business. Yeah, cool, it's business, but it still applies.
Well,
Like,
put
you're
your
still
hand up and
copying
say you
people.
copied me.
Yeah.
You're not the big. You're not like the most creative inventor in the world. You're copying people.
Yeah, I hear it.
You know what I mean?
Imagine if a small business came out against Boohoo and was like, look at you guys just stealing my stuff, and they came back and showed pictures of their invoices.
Yeah, and said
Or
this is
pictures of-
business.
this is business.
Big bank take little
Do you know
bank.
Like, what
the
are you
thing
talking
is,
about?
the thing is with him, yeah, even though he's got a very profitable business,
Yeah.
I think something that he's always made clear about is that it's just about the money.
I
At the end of the day,
respect that,
he
though.
doesn't really care.
I respect
like
that. But that's fine. That's fine. But
Then stand on that then.
don't come into a conversation about artistic. What's the word I'm looking for? About someone's creative process and someone actually created something that's actually really good from scratch. But yeah, so don't come into a conversation when someone is talking about their own art and saying that, look, I actually create stuff from scratch, but you copy stuff and be talking about big bank take little bank. It's like you're both coming with two different arguments.
I like that. I like
what's the conclusion of what we're saying?
I like what you said.
And I think specifically the thing that I really didn't like is he was like, and one of the things that he tried to call out. So Clint had obviously sent him a DM in the past and then deleted the DM, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Pussy
And
or.
so who's the pussy or?
Reese.
And then
Sorry.
and then Reese screenshotted it and was like, oh, before they hated, they were fans first. Like, bro,
you're
shut
really,
up.
you're really.
And then he
like
was
a nerd.
like, and then he said, man selling clothes for 99p to 13-year-olds talking about the culture. 5 years, we'll see where we're both at. Remember this tweet.
big nerd.
You're
the thing
a
is, yeah,
nerd.
do you know what? Yeah, do
nerd.
you know? Because I've actually had this conversation with someone. I think it was Edmund. I had the conversation with you.
Shout out Edmund.
Shout out Edmund.
In
Every
regards to Cortez, the brand, yeah.
Yeah.
And he was asking me about, do I feel like it will last long? I agree with Reese in a sense that right now for the culture, because obviously that's what the culture is right now, this generation is popping. I'm not trying to say anything about Cortez because this guy is a genius and he will definitely find something or create something else. But once this generation grows up, I don't know how long this brand is gonna stay there for.
I think we definitely tend to underestimate a lot of UK brands. I think we don't give them the chance to develop. Really and truly, he might be popping now, yes, but that doesn't mean that he can't develop and grow something else. But a brand that's done that very well for me personally was Benjar. Benjar for me has really grown from being a traditional London streetwear brand to still having that essence of being a London streetwear brand, but they've now upgraded to being more high fashion, and they've been able to carry it on for time. Like Benjar's doing very well right now.
I don't agree.
And even though Cortez might be for the young people and for the youth right now, it's still opportunity for a brand to reinvent itself.
But this is what but did you know you just said if a brand reinvents itself, like this is why I said to Edmund, unless he expands out of what he's currently doing, it's going to stay in that same bucket.
Well, we don't know either. It could still transition from generation to generation. You
And
never
I
know.
feel like as well, like in the same way, God Rush His Soul, when we saw what Virgil was doing with Pyrex, we were like, this is ridiculous. And look at how that evolved and turned into something else. And another thing that I just want to say,
are you hearing what you guys are saying though?
What?
I'm saying that if he continues doing the same thing,
But it's still the
That what will
essence. It's
happen?
still the essence.
that the brand won't go far. You guys
Yeah,
are all
but-
talking
but
about
what-
developing and rebranding, which means you've
I didn't
had
say okay, let's use Off-White then as an example.
Yeah.
Off-White just started as Off-White, then it progressed into collaborations with Nike, but it was all one and the same thing.
I
Yeah,
mean, truly,
but-
it's still an extension of what he was doing
Exactly.
with Pyrex anyway.
but
It's still exactly the same stuff.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying is that okay, if Off-White stayed at Off-White and they weren't collaborating and doing other stuff, do you think it will still be popping?
Yeah, but
But-
put it this way, like what brand just stays the same? No
but
brand
this
ever
is,
does
but
that.
no, but my statement was to Edmund was that if he continues doing the same thing, which is the cargos, the puffer
understand.
jackets, it's going to stay the same way.
But as you can
for
see-
him,
I don't agree with that. Though.
Okay,
No.
for example,
I get that. If you continue doing the cargos that you're doing, you're never going to change. If you're going to keep, if you keep on doing the same old cargos and t-shirts that you're always releasing,
Yeah.
it's not going to improve. However, Cortez is not just doing cargos and t-shirts.
Yeah.
We just saw that yellow leather
The
jacket.
leather jacket,
Like, he's clearly
accessories.
progressing.
Yeah.
It's a time thing, but yeah, one thing that I do really want to say as well about Reese Wabara, which like is a very important piece of information that people are leaving out. Reese Wabara is a former football player.
Yeah.
oh yeah, he had
This man
peas.
has got money. He had money from the beginning.
he had peas,
So
he
this
had peas.
idea of like, I'm like self-made and I'm this and whatever. And this is why there is a particular set of people, this very much rich dad, poor dad
Yeah.
type mentality, which he exhibits. Yeah. I'm not here for it because when it comes to this and you're saying it's just business, you like, I need to find a way to say it. I'm just going to hold myself.
In other words, you started different, man.
Oh, no, I want to go back to what you're saying at the same
Yeah.
time. You know, Off-White still does the same checkered shirts and all that stuff.
But where's
They do.
Off-White now?
Off-White is still a huge brand.
I know what you're trying to say.
I don't agree.
I know what you're trying to say, but I don't think it's fair to downplay that staying true to your brand.
Yeah, cannot
you
get
can
you anywhere.
still progress. Yeah.
I think you can still become a big brand.
I feel like when you look at the business and its model, no brand that has been very popular or has grown has stayed the same. You always go through a point of evolution. So,
And I feel like he's progressing. Yeah, but the cool stuff
but
still
at the
remains.
end, the core stuff are always there. But for a brand to expand, you have to develop. It's the cycle of a product.
Yeah, we're all saying the same
I
thing,
think we're all
guys.
saying the same thing, but I think it's slightly different from you though, because
Yes, it is.
what you need to understand is that what you're trying to say is that if he stays doing the same stuff, then that means that he's not going to evolve. You can still evolve by still doing the same stuff, Michael. You can still grow your brand, and you can still have the core items there and change the other stuff. I mean,
because
that's what I'm saying.
A key thing is reach.
Yeah.
A key thing is reach. If Cortez hits America, then it's
which I
still
think it already
developed.
has.
Yeah, but it will still develop just on that scale. Another really good example is a small business called Farai London.
Yeah.
Farai, she's been doing the exact same dresses from the very beginning. They haven't really changed. Kylie Jenner wore one dress, it went viral. Her business has expanded. She's still doing the same dresses, just different designs.
I think it's a bit different when we're talking about, obviously his fashion is unisex because obviously men and women can wear the clothes, but if I look at the clothing, it's more aesthetically for men. I think men's fashion and women's fashion is a bit different.
I don't think so.
I think it is. I personally think it is. I
No,
feel
but
like,
I don't understand how that relates to what your point is.
in regards to women, when it comes to like dresses and stuff like that, I feel like it's very easy for you to do the same dress and it still be selling the same way. For guys, I feel like there needs to be a variety and differences out there.
There is though.
You know what, forget. Let me not talk about this point anymore. Anyway, let's go to the next point, which is Cortez was selling cargoes for 99p in Shepherd's Bush.
Yeah,
Yes,
shut down the
he was.
whole of West pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
That was nuts.
So what's your thoughts on that? Because I actually want to understand the purpose of him selling at 99p. Was it like just a few batches that he was selling for 99p?
No,
think
he
it's
sold
marketing.
he sold a big bunch. He
Yeah.
sold a big bunch. I think it was in Shepherd's Bush Market. I assume.
It was
So
Shepherd's
when
Bush
Shepherd's
Market,
Bush Market. He sold them for 99p, and then he had released the coordinates of like where you needed to line up
Yeah.
at like a particular time, one random time, and then everyone had to run there, line up in a queue, and then you had to bring exact change. So if you bought a
£1,
pound, you
you're
would get
pissed.
turned away.
Yeah.
You need
Really?
to bring 99p exactly.
I would have brought, you know, that Tumblr thing that people put coins in. I would have brought that.
I think it was so cool.
I think it's a smart idea.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's what it is, yeah.
Cost of living is a big thing. Like, there's a whole thing around it. Cortez generally, especially to the young team, the young people that it's marketed towards.
Yeah.
Not everyone can afford £100 for cargos.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it was nice for him to do it. Like, I think it was cold.
You know, he probably took a loss in terms of on his balance sheet in terms of like how much he actually made.
Yeah.
But at the same time, what he actually came from
It's for the
marketing
streets,
point of
innit?
view,
Yeah.
It's nuts, and it is for the streets. He's about giving back to the people. So I fully loved it. I think that was such a smart idea. I think if he does anything more like that, I think he will continue to grow.
Yeah, I think that is definitely going back to Clint and Reese. That's the difference between both their brands. His brand has a cult following, loyalty. Man of Devar, look, if someone's looking for a cheap outfit and they're trying to try and buy something quickly, they'll go to his website, but it doesn't mean that you've actually got a proper. Obviously, he's got loyal customers, but it doesn't mean you've got that cult and loyalty behind it. For example, if he was to do something outside of his brand, you know he's got that following to kind of push it towards, and
Yeah.
that's the difference between both of their brands.
Yeah.
But something else I want to say, someone that's also done some great marketing is Sincere. Sincere released some Tech Fleets tracksuits. He released a black one a few weeks ago.
What did he call it?
What?
What does he call his tracksuits? He calls it tech fleece. He calls it something else.
No, I think it's a Tech Fleece. It's the Lizzie Tech Fleece.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So he released a black Lizzie Tech Fleece, and with the first 100 purchases, he put £100 in their pocket.
Yeah, in the
Yeah,
pocket of the
that's cool.
tracksuits. Yeah,
And that is mad because the tracksuit sold out. And he's got another one coming up, or it's out now, which is the grey Lizzie Tech Fleece, which
the Road Tech.
The Road
That's what he
Tech,
calls it, yeah.
and the marketing for it is sick as well. The videos and everything for it is sick.
It's cool.
But and it's like the same. I think he's trying to build the same cult following, not the same cult following, but a cult following for his brand as well.
Yeah.
So it's like the kids on road and all that type of stuff. But with the grey Tech Fleece, the first 100 purchases get white Air Force Ones.
Yeah.
So when you purchase, you put your size of the trainers that you
That's
want.
really cool.
And then you get a free pair of Air Force Ones. And that's his way of giving back to the streets.
I think it's nice, man. I think in this day and age where, especially with the prices that people have to charge for clothes nowadays,
It's £2 bills, isn't it? For a
and it's
tracksuit?
the young people that want this stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
like people are going to do all they possibly can to buy this stuff. But yeah, if you can give back, and I think it's an amazing thing.
No, it's definitely a sick thing, and I think that's a great way of it's just a great way of marketing. It's so sick.
I mean, both of them have done better than what the government has done. So put
Boy, but I think it's even very creative. You need to be creative these times when you have your own brand.
to be able to sell stuff, especially when it's so hard to create something new nowadays. You have to be able to do something that's going to be to differentiate yourself from everyone else.
100%.
And I think this is such a smart idea.
100%. Anyway, next thing on the list is RIP to Cartoon Network, one of our favorite shows. I am
Chicken.
very upset about the Cow and Chicken,
Ed, Ed and Eddie.
Dexter.
Powerpuff Girls.
All of that stuff.
Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Codename Kids Next Door.
Yep. Shaolin. What's it called? Is it Shaolin Showdown?
Shaolin. Was that on?
Yeah.
Shaolin Showdown.
Samurai Jack.
Samurai Jack.
Watch your back.
Watch your back is Samurai.
Yeah, 100%.
Adventure Time.
Adventure Time. Yeah,
man.
So what was your favorite show on Cartoon Network?
Ooh.
If we're talking about classic shows, there are a lot that I'm.
What is your favorite show?
Powerpuff Girls.
Because Scooby Doo used to be on Cartoon Network as well.
Did
Oh,
it?
Yeah.
man.
Shit. Oh no, sorry, I wasn't supposed to swear.
Bit late for that, mate.
Powerpuff Girls, a big one. Courage
the Cowardly Dog.
That one scared me, no?
It was
very
scary.
so
Why did he have
good.
three? Why did he have 3 toes and you stand up on his skinny legs?
And why did he have such a big cavity in his tooth?
Shall I tell you
That's
what's another
true.
one? What's the one with the cow?
Cow and chicken.
Cow and chicken. That one scared the heck out
It's
of me.
Cow and Chicken with the one that had the devil in it as well.
Yeah, it did have the
Had
devil.
the obese devil.
Yeah.
That one scared me so much.
That was scary.
It was between that one and Powerpuff Girls with She. You remember She from Powerpuff Girls?
yeah.
I think honestly, my favorite show is probably Dexter.
Okay, so there are a lot of shows here.
Dexter.
I hear it.
And technically Pokemon as well.
Serious?
Pokemon.
But let's leave that out.
Was
It's
Dragon
too
Ball Z
much.
on Cartoon Network?
I don't
I
know.
don't think so.
I don't think so.
No.
No.
Mm.
I don't know. Fox.
That's it.
No. Okay, so
What are
here's
some
what
shows
we
that
have.
we're actually missing?
Yeah, here are some shows, some significant shows, yeah? Obviously Ben 10, I don't know if you managed to watch that. It's a bit late.
I'm not gonna lie. When it first came out, I watched it.
Came out in 08, my guy.
Yeah?
A little.
And
No,
so
I'm joking.
what?
Okay.
And so what? Was that? Yeah, I was in like I was in year 10. What are you telling
It was
us?
a few days ago.
I was in year 10. What are you talking about?
You're up, man.
All right, we've got
Shut
Ben
him,
10.
Bled.
You did that at the
We've
age
got-
of 15, dude.
Like, what's going on?
Mate, that's like what? How many years ago? That's like what? How many?
25.
14 years ago.
Just because it's 14 years ago,
Yeah.
it doesn't mean that you weren't too old to watch it. at the
14 years
time.
ago, I was 15. Are you okay?
That's the
Did you
problem.
want monsters?
All right, here we go. We've got
up.
Ben 10, yeah? Flintstones. I don't know if you watched Generator Rex. I've never
Yeah,
heard of that before.
I did.
Generator Rex, Cow and Chicken, Looney
Yep.
Tunes Show.
Yep.
Peppa Pig.
Nah, that's Channel 5.
Oh,
Come
okay,
on, that doesn't
cool.
make
That's Channel
any
5. That's
sense.
not right. That's not right.
All right.
Totally Spies was Fox Kids. So no, it doesn't count. That was Fox Kids.
Okay,
Digimon
that's
was on
fair.
Fox Kids.
Digimon was on Fox Kids,
Digimon
yeah.
was on Fox Kids.
And so was Power Rangers on Fox Kids.
Tom and Jerry, was that Cartoon
Tom and
Network?
Jerry
that was
Cartoon
yeah,
Network,
that was
yeah,
Cartoon
big time.
Network.
Damn. Well, that's already up there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Gosh.
What else do we have?
Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo. We have Samurai Jack, Johnny Bravo.
Oh, the Jetsons.
Yeah, the Jetsons.
What was that
Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
Wow,
Dexter's
that was cold. That was so cold.
Codename Kid Next Door.
I might
Ed,
need to
Ed
watch
and
that
Eddie. The
Was
Grim
Static Shock on there?
Adventures.
Static Shock.
No, that was on
No,
Disney.
no, that's Fox
Okay.
Kids. Oh.
No, that was
No, it's
Disney.
Disney. We Bear Bears. I don't know if you man ever watched that. It's very
No,
good. I'd recommend
didn't.
it.
Grim.
You keep stepping.
Grim was sick.
The Powerpuff Girls,
Wow.
Teen Titans, Courage the Cowardly Dog, Steven Universe, Regular Show. That show is so good.
Wow.
Teen Titans, Adventure Time, and The Amazing World of Gumball.
Yeah, that was good. Teen Titans.
That was sensational.
Yeah, nah. Cartoon
It's
Network.
really good.
Rest in peace, Cartoon Network, man.
Honestly,
But
man.
you still haven't said your favorite. I don't think
I said
complete.
mine was Dexter.
Okay, what about you, Toby?
Powerpuff Girls.
Seriously?
Yeah, I love that
Toby,
show.
I'm not gonna lie, that was a bit childish.
I don't care. I
That's a
love
bit
that show
childish.
so much.
That's a bit childish.
I loved it.
I don't know.
Wouldn't yours be, what's it
It's
called? Like Adventure Time.
It's Adventure Time. I love that show so much. Like, I've actually watched every single episode. Either
it's
that
like-
or Tom and Jerry.
And I swear there's like 50 million
What was that
seasons.
show
Oh, yeah, it's
where they were on? Gosh, what was it called?
On where?
On a
Skateboards.
campsite. On a campsite.
Oh, the Wild Thornberries.
No, it
No.
wasn't the Wild
No, Wild
Thornberries.
Thornbrys is Disney as well.
Oh wow, Scooby Doo was on there. Johnny Bravo.
I said that.
Johnny flipping Bravo.
I said that.
You said Johnny Bravo?
Yeah, she said.
Oh, I didn't hear that one.
Mate, the Jetson, which what didn't last that long, and I felt the Jetson was like a spin-off of the Flintstones for some
Flintstones,
reason.
yeah, it was,
It's
it
like
was.
you did prehistoric times, then you
Yeah,
done future
the
times.
future time, it's not cool.
No, but Jetson was sick, and it,
was.
didn't last
I enjoyed
long.
it. I
Useless
did. I
show.
enjoyed it very much.
Useless show.
And what was that other one? The rocket one. You know the guys on the skateboard, the cool kids. You know what I'm talking about.
Which one?
Oh,
Let me see. If you can show me a picture, I'll figure out.
I need to find it. I don't even remember.
All
What
right,
it's
when you
called.
remember. Anyway, next one on the list. So Elon Musk has officially bought Twitter, and
Allegedly.
No, he has because
He has.
no.
Supposedly, it hasn't been confirmed yet.
But I just saw a statement where it says that he's bought Twitter and he's
statement
actually
from who? Twitter?
online.
From Elon. It's Rocket Power.
Oh, Rocket Power, yeah, that was good. But I felt like that was like a spin-off for
yeah, yeah.
Rugrats.
Camp
I hear that.
Laszlo.
No,
I don't remember that one,
before, my
Toby.
guy.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I remember
Camp
this. I remember this.
Laszlo.
With
That was
the
a-
banner,
I
with the
remember the
banner.
elephant,
great
but nothing
show.
else.
Yeah, I remember this.
Okay.
So Elon Musk has now fired
Yeah.
the executives of Twitter. The original executives of Twitter, they've been fired.
I heard about that.
And for you to do that, you own the business, Toby.
Well,
He's completed it. As
Is he?
of an hour ago,
There you go.
Elon Musk has completed the 44
That's what I
billion Twitter takeover.
yeah, it wasn't.
He actually
it wasn't complete.
No, it kind of was 5 hours ago. I think that person is just thingy. But yes, Elon Musk 5 hours ago put a tweet up saying that the bird is freed after the takeover.
Do you know what's so mad?
Damn.
Was it one of you, or was it probably someone at my work that told me that when he walked into the office for the first day, he brought a sink?
He brought a sink with him.
Yeah, he brought a sink. He walked in with a sink.
Why?
I don't
Why?
know.
To do what?
Ask him. He's an
Why?
idiot.
Why?
I don't know why.
Way.
Why?
I
you
don't know.
got this?
But let's see what Elon Musk does, because I was speaking to someone about it and they were basically saying that the whole purpose of him buying it was to obviously promote free speech.
Yeah.
But I think he's only using it to his own advantage.
Absolutely.
What?
And he was like, and plus, guys, advertising is cool. Shit, he
Let me tell you
lit.
something right now. Yeah, if you own something like that, yeah, you actually own free speech to some sort of
Yeah.
extent.
Yeah.
No.
So he can do what he wants.
So just to confirm, he fired the chief exec,
Yeah.
Parag Agrawal, who was the new CEO that
yeah,
Jack
it was.
just
Yeah,
brought in. Damn. And the CFO
yeah,
and the legal affairs and policy chief.
and the legal counsel.
The legal affairs and policy chief.
No, I saw there was two.
No,
different
he's talking
titles.
about the actual
There was,
council.
there was two different titles, I think.
Nope.
Okay.
Anyway, that's it. Let's see what Twitter becomes now, because someone like that, there's only two people that I would not recommend to buy Twitter, and that's Elon Musk and Kanye West.
Can I just say, lol, good job. And Donald Trump, add him in there.
Yes.
The reason why he brought the sync in is because the message is, I'm entering Twitter HQ. Let
So
that sink in.
That's
okay.
corny.
Okay.
I guess if you're a billionaire, you can do what you want.
With his fat chin.
He actually
Wow.
walked in with a flipping sink in his
Yes,
arms.
he did.
Yeah.
Let
Yeah,
that
yeah.
sink in. He's like, get it,
Yeah,
get it.
you got it.
You get out.
Do you know what I've noticed, yeah? And it's something about like the IT industry, because obviously he's a tech guy, yeah.
Yeah. No,
Because they're so technical, their humor is so shit.
They're just neeks, isn't it?
It's so
They're neeks.
shit.
That's it.
The place is on
gosh.
fire. Light a match. Okay.
Yeah, they're
Alright,
nerds.
what the
That's
heck?
it.
Rubbish. Anyway, next thing on the list is Rihanna has released a new song called Lift Me Up. We listened to the song. That song is spiritual.
beautiful.
It's really, really
Spiritual.
good. There's been a lot of new music that was supposed to come out today, but we got a few of them. And this one, I was not disappointed by at all. It was also written by Thames. which
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can
Co-written
hear.
by
Really?
Thames. Yeah, I can.
Well done to
It was
her.
right- it
She's
was
getting
written
her
by
money.
Thames. Yeah, it was written by Thames, and you can really hear it in the song. Actually, when you think about the way it was sung, it could have been Thames that was singing that song.
yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
but I don't think she would have been able to do justice. Like what?
it would have.
No.
It just would have been different.
It
It,
would've
still
been
would have been as
Thames version,
beautiful. It just would have been different.
Nah. The way Rihanna did it, I don't think Thames could have done that. Her voice is beautiful, but I,
I
don't
didn't
think she
say
could
she
have
would
done.
do the same thing.
I
I
think
said
they're
it
both
would be
individual,
different, but
yeah.
it would still have its own like
I disagree.
thing. But yeah, anyway, shout out to Rihanna. I'm looking forward to that. I'm actually looking forward to the Black Panther film as well.
Yeah.
Because there hasn't been much.
Promotion and stuff
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
been
Have
like
you
the
seen the
same
trailer?
imageries. It's been the same
I've seen
images
a little
and
bit
stuff.
of it, but not too much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there hasn't been much that's been out there, so it's. I'm
Do you
not sure
think
if
that
I'm
they're
excited,
being
though.
humble like that because of Chadwick's passing? They don't want to make it a big deal. Because I just feel like they've been really quiet about it.
I don't know.
I'm not sure. I can't make that assumption, but at the same time, I'm like, you got to market this thing because you got to make your money back.
Yeah, I thought they would have done a lot more of a song and dance about this. We've been waiting for it for years.
Maybe close to the time.
I even feel like I don't even know what
We're
to
here now.
expect.
Yeah.
Like, what am I actually looking
So
forward to?
Shuri's going to be, her name's Shuri, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not sure.
She's going to be the new Black Panther.
Which
Yeah.
we all assumed.
Yeah, so she's going to be the new Black Panther, but that's all kind of we really know. I don't know. I think Disney can really ramp this up, and every time I see that it's coming soon, I'm like, what this year? Like when they
Yeah.
put the poster out, they were like, it's coming out November 18th. I was like, of this year?
Is it
Yeah.
18th or 11th?
I can't remember.
I think it's 11th. Anyway.
That's even in 2 weeks. Like, what's going on? I don't understand.
I know they did the premiere yesterday or the day before or so.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not excited. I'm not gonna lie.
No,
I know. Do you know what? I'm excited. It's just that I'm not excited.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm not particularly looking forward to it, but let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
Anyway, next thing on the list is one of the biggest, not even biggest disappointment, but as usual, Drake starts disappointing as normal. Yeah, 100%. What do you mean? Certified Lover Boy, you guys were waiting a year for that album.
Yeah, it was 9 months.
What are you talking about?
No, come on, this is a little bit different. Come on.
The thing is, how can you do promotion? We're coming that. And then, I understand
Do you?
Yeah, no, 100%. They did all that marketing. They did this big what's called marketing for it, where Drake is singing and 21 Savage is there. Everyone's like, damn, mixtape's coming out, and then you tell us that your boy's got COVID, and that's the reason
big
why.
though?
It wasn't big. It was literally just that video.
I didn't even see the video, to be honest. I think I just saw a tweet or something.
No, they did Jimmy. He did the first few lines of Jimmy Cook.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that's it.
So that was it, really. But yeah, OVO 40, get well soon. He caught COVID while mixing and mastering, so they just had to put that on pause. And obviously, it's an autoimmune disease.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
So
that's
he's
a big
particularly
thing.
unwell.
Yeah,
so it's not just a small thing for him to catch COVID. So it's obviously been postponed for a real valid reason. So yeah, rest up and bring that out as soon as you can. Godspeed.
Anyway, next thing on the list, and it's the last thing on the list, Roddy Ricch, Feed the Streets.
Not the last thing.
No?
No, go on.
Okay, Roddy Ricch, Feed the Streets 3 is coming out 18th of November.
That's
grand opening, grand closing. That nigga, yeah, because I have to use that nigga. That nigga, yeah, you are too humble to be acting like this. Firstly, you haven't found your sound yet because you're not sounding right. People are using you on their choruses and features, and you're not even doing what you're supposed to do. Yeah? You're wearing big ass chains. You're wearing big ass chains from your last mixtape, and you think you can come and say, "I'm just humble with it. I'm just humble, nigga." Bigs up, bigs up. Because the streets are not hungry. We don't want to be fed.
Not by you.
No.
I think the thing about Roddy, or at least my issue with him, is that I don't even think he was humble. I think he was too cocky. I think he was too confident.
I know that too, you know.
He brought out that first album, sorry if I'm being antisocial, whatever it's called, yeah, and he said,
I've done my part.
He said,
it's
you
cool.
feel like, I'm too good.
There was something that he said, and I don't remember what it was, but I remember after I heard that, a lot of people, like the streets are just like, next. I think he said something like, it was something along the lines of like, why aren't I being rated on the same level as XYZ? I think he said, I don't want to say it was Nipsey Hussle, but I think there was someone and he was like, I'm not being as respected as XYZ person. And I was like, right, okay. And ever since then, I haven't heard a good song. Him and his light brown eyes just giving us absolutely nothing.
That guy looks like one fox in the night.
Really and truly, everything he's brought since that first album has not been on par whatsoever. It's all been nonsense.
One thing that I have to give to him though, that he wasn't passed the torch to LA, and that what did he say?
Which torch?
I'll come back
from Nipsey to him.
Which kind of torch? You
think
you want us to give it to you?
You think I'm gonna give you the baton when I'm doing a relay race?
No chance.
Fuck you. Nah,
he wasn't even a contender.
Do you know what is so mad is that when he brought out that first album, because even did he bring out a mixtape before that?
I don't know.
Okay, anyway, so when he brought out that first album, I'm not gonna lie, it was sick. It was a very good album, and then you went ghost for a year or two.
It was because of COVID.
It was COVID.
It was COVID.
Do you know? No. Do you know what? Yeah,
it's a COVID.
No. Do you know what? Do you know what? I feel like that's a stupid excuse. I understand COVID because obviously you had a concert, and that concert would have amplified them a bit more.
Yeah.
But it only would have amplified your album. You still got new music to make. You think there weren't people that were still awake at 3 a.m. making music and releasing it?
No, I'm sorry. I feel like that 2-year break of COVID, everyone that was affected, which is everyone in the whole damn world.
Drake wasn't.
Everyone in the whole damn world
has
an excuse for that. I'm sorry.
Come on,
everyone does.
You get at least one pass, but no more,
Tobi,
no more, because he brought out an album post COVID and it wasn't good.
That's what I'm saying. The COVID period, I'm just saying everyone gets a pass for that. That period was unprecedented.
Do you know what?
No one expected to happen. What happened to me?
No. Do you know? Do you know? I understand that. But okay, let's split COVID into 2 years. Yeah, COVID. The first year, I understand. Everyone's impacted. No one saw it coming.
Yeah.
The second year, we were like, there's going to be some residue.
Everyone saw it coming, but no one knew how it was going to affect us properly.
No, but the thing is, what a lot of people realize is that, okay, cool. If this is still coming and there's gonna be residue from last year to next year, a lot of people adapted.
Did you?
I'm not an artist. I'm
Did
talking
you?
about an artist.
Did you?
Yes, I did adapt.
Is he? You adapted.
I adapted.
So
What are
you
you
feel
talking
like the second year of COVID was a lot better than the first year of COVID for you.
No, the first year was better.
Exactly. So
The only reason why the first year was better because I was moving like a.
but that's what I'm saying. He's a human just like you. So if you were affected by COVID like that, then why won't he also have been affected?
No, but what I'm trying to say is that you can't compare me and him together because he's an artist. And what I'm trying to say, the reason why I'm saying this is because as an artist, there were many artists during that time were like, okay, cool. We can see what's happening right now. Let me adapt.
But there was many people like us that also said the same thing.
You know what? Yeah. Let me leave it there. I'm just saying there's people that adapted, and you're saying that okay, he took 2 years out. There were people that adapted during that time, and they were still able to bring out their brands.
But that's
Drake
what I'm
and
saying.
all these other
Loads of people did that, but at the same time, there was also a load of people that didn't.
Okay,
so
and
everyone gets a pass, no matter what.
No. I think it's a bit different, especially when you're a brand new artist and you're trying to build your brand. I feel like you can't. Obviously, yes, everyone was impacted by it, but at the same time, it's like. You were brand new, you released one body of work, and then it was like a situation where you're like, okay, COVID hit, let me not release any more music. I think I would have doubled down during that time. First year, understand, impacted severely. Second year, I would have doubled down and released a bit more music.
It's harsh.
I would have. It's not harsh, but
it's very harsh.
But that's the way the music industry is. You need to be consistent.
I hear it, but it's harsh.
What I think is, I feel like the Antisocial album, if it did or didn't do well, I understand because of COVID.
Yeah.
They get that pass.
Yeah.
But after COVID was done,
Exactly.
you should have got back to work.
Which he did.
And he came back to work with insufficient work. So the past has
You didn't
ended.
do the work.
Like, I understand in COVID, whatever, I understand. But you have to
periods.
remember, let me land. I understand COVID was a difficult time for everybody, but Ghana was able to bring out Wanna during lockdown.
I hear it.
People were able to bring out quality content, and especially where rappers aren't like us, artists aren't like us. COVID shouldn't have really been an issue for you making music because you were in the studio. You just had one place to be. It's not like, oh, you couldn't go to work. You could work. You could at least make music that you could do at home. So to me, it was like there was an opportunity for him to do more than what he gave us on Live Long, Life Fast, whatever that album that he gave us was called, that second album. What he gave us was not enough. And while COVID was a factor, I do agree he does get a pass, but at the same time,
You had a chance.
2
you didn't
years,
take
you
it.
disappeared, you came back, and what have you given us?
Yeah.
Trash.
Yeah.
It's not acceptable.
Do you know what? Yeah, because I get what Tobi's saying in regards to like he is a human, he does get a pass, but I think with the way the music industry is at the moment, like you need to be quick on the ball. I understand. Okay, everyone gets a pass the first year, but the second year is like you're a brand new artist. You
can't afford
to take it easy. You can't afford. It's like you starting. It's like you starting a business. COVID comes. Okay, you're like okay, COVID's here. I'm now. You're brand new. You can't. The same way an established business and a new imagine I'm an established business and there's a new business. We both can't act the same way. Only because we're both in two different positions.
But, I get you. Okay.
And that's how I feel.
We're agreeing.
That's how I feel.
Okay, cool. The only other thing that I was going to say is Scissor shirt. The new song is out and the video is out. I haven't watched the video yet. Yeah, you did.
Shit.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, so that is
song.
out. Great song, really like it. The video, I saw a clip that she'd put up of her like pole dancing and also by the petrol station. It's fantastic. She looks so good. So I'm gonna watch that later. Shout out Scissor.
Shout out to her. Anyway, next thing on the list. As you can see, as we stated, we've got some Yeezys on the table. And it's been a hectic few weeks, especially to Kanye.
Roller coaster.
Yeah. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, yeah. We've spoken about
downhill.
cancellation on many occasions.
Yes, sir.
But this one is cancellation.
Yep.
We've seen
excommunication.
We've spoken about the baby. We've spoken about Travis Scott. We've spoken about a few people that have been, well, not officially cancelled. They've been tampered with, but this one is this one is official cancellation. Now, there's a whole bunch of stuff that's happened to Kanye West during this time, and I'm going to list quite a few places that are not affiliated with Kanye West anymore. Vogue, Balenciaga, Forbes has dropped him off the billionaire list, which means he's not a billionaire anymore, technically, by Forbes. But do you know what? Sometimes we can't listen to Forbes because Forbes can be incorrect.
He did say he lost 2 billion though.
Yeah, do you know what? It's the same thing, but you know Ocho Cinco, the ex-football American football player.
Yes.
They basically said that he was worth like 200k or something like that when he had 13 million in his bank account. Anyway, that's what I'm saying. You can't really trust Forbes. Madame Tussauds is removing the Kanye West wax statue.
Matter of fact, the 2 billion the loss of the 2 billion was accounted for.
Adidas.
Is mainly because of the Adidas.
Yeah.
So that's why they say, I think Forbes takes the assets, and because he lost the 2 billion from the Adidas deal, I think the Adidas deal pushed him into billionaire.
Billionaire.
And then obviously the Gap deal pushed him also into billionaire dumb, and he's lost both of them. Yeah. So you're down to 100 millionaire dumb.
Yeah. We don't know how much money this guy has.
All the dumbs.
We don't know how much money this guy has. But anyway, so what else? Okay, so the artists that are not artists, well, athletes that are part of Donda Sports, they all left that nigga.
Just two.
Well, that's probably all
But
he had.
didn't they shut down the academy anyway?
The academy is the school.
Okay.
Donda Sports is the agency.
The agency that manages the athletes.
So they shut down the academy.
Yeah.
Where the kids gonna go to school? That's taking the piss.
No,
Well, I'm sorry. Any adult that enrolled their child in Donda Academy doesn't actually have anything to teach their child.
We don't know if the teachers were the teachers could have been really good teachers.
It's an unaccredited school.
Oh man.
Accredited by who? The government. Joe Byron.
Who accredit schools?
Joe Byron and them.
The school.
No, school board, Toby.
The school board.
This guy.
School board didn't accredit them.
Peloton.
Peloton.
Yeah.
They took it.
Yeah.
Peloton took his music.
They removed his music. The CAA is not affiliated with
Peloton
Kanye West.
took his music.
They dropped him,
They're taking a piss.
Gap said no more Kanye. JP Morgan has cancelled his account. He's blacklisted from JP Morgan. Good Music, they have no distribution, which means no one is ready to distribute their music, which means Big Sean, 2 Chainz, I don't know how you're releasing music. Pusha T.
Thank God Tiana Taylor got out.
Yeah, Pusha
She
T.
retired after Kanye not bringing out her albums.
No. I think she should have retired, to be honest. She should have retired.
They're taking everybody.
What's it called? What's his name? What's his name that you just said? Who's the person that you said before? Pusha T. Pusha T, thank God that you released Daytona before this guy did all this rubbish. And they've cancelled his documentary.
Yes.
Shall I tell you what was funny? Yeah, what the point that hit me was after the Adidas still disappeared. There was some really, really sad ass shops here that put up Instagram posters saying we stand with Adidas and we'll
What was one? Was it
YME?
Do you know? No one
YME Universe. Yeah, you guys are crackers.
And they did it, and it was a blue sign to copy Adidas. Like, yeah, we respect y'all.
We're signed with Adidas. Go and sit down.
What is this nonsense?
You also forgot to mention as well that Foot Locker, Enclothing, Offspring, a number of different websites have stopped stocking.
But did you see the comments?
That also includes TJ Maxx.
Did you see the comments? The comments were funny. Everybody was like, "But what Yeezys do you guys have in stock anyway?
Look,
you actually have no Yeezys in stock.
Do you know what's so mad?
They've all been sold off.
The 450s. The Gildan.
Do you know what's so mad? Yeah? I understand Offspring and Enclothing putting out posts because they do launches. Foot Locker, what the fuck?
Foot Locker doesn't.
I've never seen them sell a Yeezy a day in my life.
Foot Locker only have TNs.
That's all they've got.
Honestly.
TN, Black
TNs and
TN.
And they're not even exclusive ones anymore.
Oh yeah, also he turned up to Skechers uninvited and they kicked that nigga out.
They said, excuse me, get out of here.
What do you think you're doing over
We
here?
don't do much, but we definitely don't do you.
This guy was like, I wanted to do a Healy. They wouldn't allow me to. The Easy Healy.
That's mad.
I just don't even know.
So overall, obviously that is a brief overview of the impact of Kanye West's actions.
Did you mention Balenciaga, yeah?
Yeah, I did. That was first on the list. So obviously, as you can see, this guy has been impacted severely. Emotional damage. Severely. This guy, I feel so sorry for him because you know when they say the world is against you, the world is actually against you. He's holding the world on his shoulders and he's crumbling right now. Knees broken, toes finished. You know at the end of X-Men, the Wolverine X-Men, when the woman touches that guy's foot and says, you're gonna walk forever. That is what's happening to him right now in his mind. He is finished.
Kanye is going through a lot, man. Really and truly. But is he? I don't know. We'll just get to that later on, to be honest.
Yes. Okay. So in regards to the anti-Semitism, statement that he released, and anti-Semitic, isn't that anti-Semitism as well?
I think
anti-Semitism is the noun.
Yeah.
Anti-Semitic is the adjective.
Thank you.
English scholar.
That's what I was. Thank you.
Anytime.
So an update. Okay, so an update in regards to the statement. So obviously he was anti-Semitic, and this is the impact of what he's done. Now, me personally, I'm not gonna lie. He did release a statement where he was basically saying that he is fine being cancelled. I don't know if you guys saw the video where he was about to get into his van. He was like, I'm happy being cancelled because now we're bringing these conversations to the forefront.
Yeah.
And something else that when I was listening to that, I was like, okay, this guy has said this thing here, and everyone's cancelling him. But when people were talking about, other people were bad mouthing, obviously Black Lives Matter and all these type of stuff, there was nothing being said. These people weren't being cancelled.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, when someone talks about this is the impact of it. But then when you're talking about an opposing, or not opposing, but a different culture, nothing happened.
Yeah. I feel like it's two things here. We'll come back to what Kanye actually said. But a lot of people have been saying or sharing similar sentiments of, it seems like, that is making bare noise.
Yeah, I had to move it.
It seems like certain levels of racism are worse than others.
Yep.
And I think plainly and simply speaking, and I think we said this in the last episode as well, if I am a black business owner and someone comes into my store and is racist towards black people, I am going to put all arms of the law against that person to make sure that they never buy anything from our store again because I'm a black person and it personally offends me.
Yeah.
So naturally, if Kanye West is operating in an industry that has a lot of executives from the demographic that he is targeting,
yeah, you're pissed.
What
do you think is gonna happen?
You're pissed.
If my manager,
well
my
put.
old manager, thank
That's to
you,
say.
my old manager was gay. If I said something that was homophobic,
Like, why are you gay?
do you know how quickly it would? Obviously, it's wrong to be homophobic in general,
exactly.
but I would get fired a lot quicker because I personally offended my manager.
Yeah.
That's just how it goes. So
be
this
honest.
idea of one racism is more important than that racism, yes, nobody likes the fact that someone said something that was anti-black, but who's the person that's going to exercise the consequence?
Tracks.
The people that are buying the trainers, who's going to do it?
Yeah.
If we as black people came together and said, all right, we're not going to buy Yeezys anymore, he would have felt that effect, maybe, possibly. It would have to take a certain level of thing, but we're going to come onto it a bit later, but there is a big difference between influence and
I
power.
was thinking the same
So
thing
this
just now.
idea that like the people that are in charge, you personally offend them and then get upset when they're offended, but they're not offended about something else. It's like, bro, let's be using our minds here and saying certain things.
Yeah, I was even. Yeah, go on.
No, go on.
I was even speaking to Rehan about this year because Rehan was
Shout out, Rehan.
asking me about the whole situation. We were talking about it, and I said the exact same thing in the sense that this culture that you are basically going at right now, yeah, the power that they have. You are someone that should have just played the game. Like, do you know, like, for example, like Jay-Z, a lot of people ask me why didn't Jay-Z do the same thing or why isn't Jay-Z? You play your part. If you don't have the power, you actually have to play your part.
Yeah.
You have to be very strategic in this until you have the power to be able to say these type of things without being cancelled.
Yeah.
And I think with Kanye West, and at the same time, I'm not going to lie to you guys, I feel kind of sad for this guy right now at this moment because when someone gets too proud and too like you feel like you're too powerful and that you've kind of like everything that you've done is now regressing. Like this guy has broken so many boundaries as well,
Right.
and now it's like that guy that used to be guy. I don't want him to become that type of guy. But what I'm trying to say is that I forgot what I was trying to say.
He fell into a false sense of security, really and truly. I feel
Yeah.
like everything around him being that he was doing so well with Adidas. He had the Donda Academy going. He had the sports team going. He had the...
He was on a good run.
And everything was going so well for him. He probably just got to a point where he was like, look, like...
I want more.
Kanye's always been the guy that's wanted more. You see him from the documentary, even his early stages of music when he's a producer. And it's like, I want more. I want to be an artist. There was the scene where he was talking about himself in the room with Pharrell Williams. And it's like, I want to be an artist. I want to do more. I can do more. I can do more.
Yeah.
And this whole idea of more has got to the point where you tend to forget how to play the game. You're supposed to play your part up until the point where you do finally get that power.
Yeah.
He didn't have the board seats that he was looking for. He didn't have the influence over these companies. He wasn't really I don't think he was a huge shareholder of any of these companies.
No.
You don't have any impact on the decisions that these companies can make.
Yeah.
So until you get that, you honestly just have to play your position. And he fell into the false sense of security by thinking that all of this influence that he has amongst the youth and the sneaker community
culture.
and the culture over music and fashion, you really thought that plays in the boardroom. It doesn't. Because once you do go against these executives, they are going to turn their back against you because really and truly, people will decide to turn their back on you before they try to turn their back on their values and their goals.
Yeah.
Their values and their religion and everything about them, that's their whole person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you go against them, they're going to come against you. So unfortunately, this is just a natural consequence of what you've done.
And I think as well is that, like, I feel like all his career, he has always been the outspoken one.
Yeah.
And it was cute until it wasn't.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, we were like, oh, it's so cool that he said that George Bush doesn't care about white people. It was so cool when he was outspoken and said Beyonce should have won because she should have.
Yeah.
It's so cool that like he did this because he should have. Oh, it's so cool that he did a video and everyone was naked. Like, oh yeah, it's different, it's creative, it's whatever. Who cares if it's offensive? Oh yeah, it's so cool that like he changed Kim Kardashian's whole outfit and said that she looks like trash and has been styling her. It's cool, like it's all outspoken and whatever. But now we've gotten to a point where we have enabled him to do this out of pocket, being himself, doing what he wants, feeling individual, and now he's at the maximum final boss level boss type energy, and he's giving us his most ignorant, most self-centered version of himself. And we're like, oh no, it's too far. But this is how he's always been. It's just on steroids now because it's been years and years of support. And the thing is like, imagine doing all of these outspoken things and like year on year and year, you're making more and more money.
Yeah.
You're becoming more and more successful.
Yeah.
You're making billions and billions. And it's like, okay.
You can do no wrong.
This, exactly. And it validates the fact that actually this is working for me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to keep on doing me. He's taking it too far.
For sure.
That's all that's happened. Like, you took it too far, and unfortunately, it's very much an Icarus situation.
Yep.
Going too far to the sun, and now we're here. So I think for me, I feel like even though you said that you feel bad, don't get it twisted. What Kanye has contributed, I've loved, and we've had a great time.
Yep.
But you've gone out so sad, and the sympathy is out the door.
Yeah,
like,
for
the
sure.
sympathy's gone with it. I'm very I'm through now. You're just making bare noise. That's just how I see him.
It's sad.
He's
but
making bare noise.
One thing you've definitely said that is correct is that we have all enabled him, and all of these businesses have enabled him
Absolutely.
too. Because really and truly, you knew Kanye was outspoken. You knew Kanye can be a little crazy sometimes.
Yeah.
So going into business with this guy and supporting him and backing him on his goals, and then turning his back on him when he's done something that he's pretty much done in the past, for me doesn't make any sense. This is why I'm actually kind of annoyed and confused by these businesses, because you were happy to make money with this guy until he said something that went against you, which I just don't get. But when he was talking about black people and slavery being a choice and the White Lives Matter t-shirt, not one person said anything.
Adidas was still going to keep him. I don't think they
person said anything. No, JP Morgan didn't shut down his accounts. Adidas were happy to continue selling Yeezys and making Yeezys. Gap was still happy to sell their stuff in their stores. Everyone was cool. But until it affects you, and it goes back to the whole idea of, if he's self-centered, you're just as self-centered.
Yeah.
Because you weren't thinking about anyone else when he was saying all this other stuff.
100%.
But now that it affects you, it's like shut shit down.
But let's not act like these businesses 100%. Are altruistic and
agree.
are, they've got this heart, right? We know it's not that. We know that they're just moving with.
It's a business.
It's a business.
Yeah, but I think it's, for me, it's less about the business and more about when people are looking at the situation and thinking about this whole Kanye situation.
Who are people?
Everyone else outside the business, basically. Okay. So everyone that's buying the products, everyone else that's looking at this story and saying Kanye's
the consumers.
That's saying Kanye's a madman. Kanye's this. Yes, that's right, but there's two right things here. Kanye is a madman, but don't think that these businesses are doing the right thing right now. These businesses are only supporting themselves and they'll forever support themselves. They're showing that right now. They're showing that they care about themselves more than anyone else.
Anyway, so so what I was gonna say is that what is also irritating as well, and it goes back to what Tobi was saying, where it's kind of like the businesses only caring about themselves, is this mass cancellation thing that's happening right now. And I feel like, do you guys feel like it's a bit too much?
No.
You feel like it's needed?
Yeah, no. I don't think it's too much. I think whatever happens, whatever consequence is, whatever happens based on what you've done is fine to happen.
Oh, you guys are throwing empathy out the window.
Do you know why? None. Do you know why? It's
what can you do?
And another thing as well, is like, yes, it sucks that he wasn't cancelled when he said that slavery was a choice.
Yep.
However, at the same time, I think, is there a difference, you reckon, between saying slavery is a choice and saying that I'm going to go DEFCON 3 on Jewish people?
Yeah, DEFCON 3, that's a bit mad.
There's a difference between
That's a bit mad.
Because saying slavery was a choice is on the same level as saying, okay, I was going to say something really wild there, but same boat,
now.
Same boat, and stick with me, and then I need to just quickly rationalize what I'm trying to say. saying that slavery was a choice is on the same level as saying something like, Beyonce should have won instead of Taylor Swift. And I say that to say it's just an opinion that he has that everyone is right to believe or disbelieve.
Yeah. I hear what you're saying.
People with sense obviously know that's not the case.
Yeah.
But ultimately, he hasn't caused harm on anyone. He's just being an idiot and saying something dumb.
Okay.
You see what I'm
He's
saying?
just saying his own opinion, his own perspective
He's just
on
saying
things.
something
That's it.
dumb.
Yeah.
That is not the same as saying I'm going to go DEFCON 3 on a particular set of people.
That's
That
a threat.
is
That's an
nuts.
actual
That
threat.
is actually an already oppressed and have already gone through like the Holocaust.
Yeah.
Something like that. That's a little. That's very nuts.
Yeah.
So everything that's happening, if it's just off the back of that sentence, I'm sad that he's gotten away with saying worse things and he's continued to thrive.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't thrive now, and that covers all the things that he said in the past, and whatever.
That's all.
Because he still said those things in the past.
Facts.
Yeah.
So,
Facts.
take it now, take it however.
Yeah.
So,
So-
gone.
I did have a conversation about this too, and I feel like the issue that we have here is that a lot of the stuff that he has said in the past, he's come back and he's rationalized it in some sort of way. So he said, "This is what I meant," and there's you will sit there and you think, "Okay, cool, I understand what you meant." You get what I mean?
Yeah.
But most recently, from the White Lives Matter T-shirt to the statement that he said about Jewish people, there has not been any rational reason for why you've done this. Like, there's no trying to limit this and say this is what I actually meant. No, you've just blatantly, outright, just been disrespectful.
Yeah.
and
I
that's
think
unnecessary.
another thing that we didn't mention as well, which is a consequence to one of his many actions, is that the George Floyd family are suing him for 250
Yeah, exactly.
million
This
Yeah.
guy's
for
gonna be
saying
broke.
that George Floyd died because of fentanyl. Instead of the police officer that murdered him, that's gone down for murder, that it wasn't actually him. He wasn't actually on his neck like that. Are you insane?
It's like the things that he's been doing recently has been much more than he's ever done.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
This is just a result, and it's good for him.
I think where empathy comes for me is, when you just see someone that has, it's now one of those situations where it's like, someone had the potential
The old
to
Kanye.
Yeah, not the old Kanye, because the old Kanye was kind of crazy as well.
But just like it could have been so...
Yeah, like you could have been that person in history, and we would have looked back and like, it was Kanye.
Yeah, it's Kanye.
Kanye did
Yeah,
this. Like,
absolutely.
Kanye, and respect. Like, understand what I'm trying to say. The same way we speak about Martin Luther King and what he's done. We would have been
Not
like,
the King.
The King.
oh, Martin Luther King. Anyway, so
The
you guys
King.
shut the fair. But we would have used the same context with Kanye West. Like, look at what this guy has done. Look at
He's
the
a
change that he's
legend.
done. He's
Absolutely
a legend.
a legend.
That's
Yeah.
but I was actually going to say, does what he has done eradicate all that stuff though?
Yes.
Yeah, it does. It
does.
spoils his legacy. In the
Yeah.
same way, R. Kelly is an amazing singer and songwriter, and he's
Yeah.
really brought out some amazing
That's
songs.
fair.
But unfortunately, his crimes have absolutely outweighed his
That's very
contributions.
And the thing is, what you need
That's
to
it.
you need to watch a show called, what's it called? Is it The Blower? What's it called? That show that we watched?
The Blower?
The Blower, the glass, the blowing thing.
Oh yeah, I've
Blown
seen it.
away.
Yeah,
Blown away.
The blower.
And there's this statement that they use, yeah.
Pause.
Is this statement that
Denied.
there's this statement that they use, yeah.
It wasn't even mine. It's his.
So, yeah, boy. Anyway, there's this statement that they use, yeah, in regards to the blowing the glass, where they're like it doesn't matter what I've won. It only matters about the last.
You're only as good as your last piece of work.
That's it, and that's basically what it is. Like,
Yeah.
like in this life, yeah, it's all about reputation, and you have to manage your reputation. Once your reputation gets
Tainting your
tarnished,
reputation,
everything
yeah,
that you've
it's over.
done in the past does not matter for
It doesn't
shit.
matter.
It doesn't.
I think in some ways we would want to. If it wasn't this bad, it wouldn't be this bad. That's it.
Yeah.
If it wasn't this bad, we still could have looked back on his music and his trainers and been like, wow, legend. But in the last year alone, like, I think where it all started going downhill was MAGA hat onwards.
Yeah.
Since then,
Not sure
Yeah.
what's
I can't.
going on, man.
Because-
Can't back him.
yeah, I can't. Because
Can't
he was a
back you,
free
bro.
thinker before.
Yeah.
And he was a free thinker, but he wasn't anti-black. He was
Yeah.
still a black man going through black man problems.
Mm.
But then he married a white woman and then started complaining about black men suffering at the hands of white people.
Mm.
And then just hypocritical stuff there. Then after speaking as a black man, you now go and affiliate yourself with Donald Trump, who has clearly said a lot of racist remarks and enables a lot of racist behaviors. Then you come back and say, I'm going through divorce, woe is me, white women, they're trying to take away my kids, I can't see my kids. Then you now turn around and say, oh, George Floyd died from fentanyl overdose. and slavery was a choice. But I'm a black man suffering at the hands of Jewish people, and I'm gonna go Decon 3 on them. So
it's very erratic behavior.
What's going on?
I'm going to blame the Kardashians.
Don't blame.
No, let's not actually take the piss.
Yeah, let's not do that.
No, seriously, like Kanye is actually it's really, really your problem.
It's a big problem. Like I think he actually needs help. Honestly, I think he really does.
Do you feel like, how much of this do you feel was down to his bipolar disorder diagnosis?
I feel like I'll say probably about 30%, but I think majority of it is everyone else that's around him, the yes men, which is us. I think it's us. We've really boosted his ego to this point. And when you're the kind of person where you've taken, everyone has said yes and okay to stuff that you've done in the past, you get to the next level and everyone's like, I can accept this, until it gets to that point where you're like, I can't take this anymore. But that person, you let them ride all the way up to this. They're no longer the person that they were in the beginning. He's a completely different person. 100%. Bipolar included now, which amplifies it completely. So the bipolar, I feel like, contributes 30%, but I think a lot of it is down to us just being like, oh yeah, we love Kanye, Kanye's music, we're good to keep going. Oh yeah, the shoes bang. Let's keep it going. What are you doing next? We've
said it on many occasions as well. So let me ask you guys a question. So in regards to everything that's happened between him and Adidas, because obviously that's the most relevant thing at the moment, one of the most relevant things,
the biggest one I will.
Obviously Tobi put a post on Hype and Then Some page in regards to like who was the biggest loser out of this whole situation. Now I want to get you guys' thoughts. Like, who do you think is the actual biggest loser in this whole situation?
Should we all say it to go? 3, 2, 1.
Adidas.
Oh,
Adidas is fucked. Adidas? No. No. Kanye.
Let's explore it. I want to hear Kesi's reason.
Let me say my point.
All right.
Kanye West isn't fucked because of Adidas. Kanye West is fucked because of the anti-Semitism. If we're talking about brands itself, Adidas is so screwed that when Kanye West joined Adidas, it put Adidas in the same conversations with Nike. Obviously, Nike is still bigger than Adidas, but it brought them to like, okay, we can actually talk to you, little brother. Adidas now that they've lost Kanye West, who changed the whole landscape of Adidas for the better,
absolutely.
And now the only thing you got left, because no one's gonna wear an Adidas trainer without the Yeezy branding. You can't. So if he was to sell Yeezys now, no one's gonna buy it because you don't have Kanye West there anymore. Are you gonna go back to shell toes and sambas?
I do have a slight counter argument to that though. I feel like the exposure that Kanye has given them has pushed them into a bracket where brands are willing to work with them now. They have Balenciaga and Adidas, they have Gucci and Adidas now.
But
they wouldn't have got that before Kanye.
But
it's not going to disappear after Kanye.
Okay, it isn't. But the thing is, what we also need to understand, yes, that is the case. But if we look at the collections that they've done with Balenciaga and Adidas, Balenciaga and Gucci, the Gucci one, to an extent, was all right. There were certain pieces that I was like, okay, this is cool. The Balenciaga and Adidas was a pile of shite. So what I'm trying to say is that from a creativity perspective, when you saw the collaboration of Kanye West and Adidas, we was like, okay, cool. We knew there was going to be certain leaks that were going to drip over to Adidas and certain creativity that Kanye West was going to be adopted in Adidas. I understand that. But once that faucet is closed, yes, there's going to be some residue here and there. But once Kanye West is gone, you don't have no one that's going to create like like Kanye West anymore.
I agree.
So it's like where they took some of the slides, and they copied it into their own slides. They did that. Now that Kanye, it sold out. But the reason why it sold out is because it was a cheap imitation of Kanye West's slides. Now that Kanye West is out and he's not creating anymore from there, what else are you going to create? Are you going to go back to the archives of what Kanye West has done? Good luck.
I have another kind of argument. I want to hear Kesi's
Yeah, I want to
understand why Kanye.
So the reason why I say Kanye is because, just like you guys have just said, Adidas is going to continue with Yeezy designs without Yeezy. And Yeezy does not design, or Ye does not design like Virgil. If Virgil had to, for one reason or another, had to disappear from the Nike and Off-White stuff, there are enough things on the shoe that if you took away Virgil's designs from it, you'd be like, oh shoot, there's a big difference. I can't see any branding on here that Adidas would need to take away in order to change the design of the shoe, which is what Adidas owns.
But one statement I will say is, yes, I understand in regards to like, okay, with Off-White, you got the off, you got the white and all that type of stuff. But that is physical designs that we're talking
Yeah.
about. I'm talking about the actual design of the trainer.
Which Adidas
Adidas
own.
owns.
Adidas own this.
Okay, they own. Do they own the design?
Yeah,
They
own
own the
design.
designs
Yeah.
of these ones, the past ones, and the
Yeah.
ones that they've designed, that they've spoken about, that are coming out in the future.
Okay,
I think if they want to continue selling it, the only thing
can.
Kanye has is royalties.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. But we also need to realize, the reason why these trainers are the way they are is because of the affiliation between Kanye West and Adidas.
So that was the next thing that I was
Yeah.
going to say. That was part of my argument. Very similar to what we were saying about the Kentuckys and the Syracuses.
Yeah.
People
gonna
don't
buy
care.
it, yeah. They
People
don't
are
care.
buying fake trainers from DHgate. They don't care
Yeah.
about Kanye. They care about how it looks and they care about the clout.
Hmm.
And as far as Yeezys go, Yeezys are still popular enough. Will they be as popular? Maybe not, but really and truly, I don't think it's about that,
Yeah.
I think that the Yeezy brand, 700s, 350s, they have superseded whatever people think about Kanye. There are people that don't listen to Kanye's music or care about Kanye as a person. They like the technology of the 350s. 350s are so popular in UAE and other Arab countries. You think they give a shit about Kanye West? They do not. So I feel like as long as Adidas keep on bringing out that design, they're still up. And also another thing that you've mentioned as well is that Adidas are slowly growing popular. Kanye has given them the clout for them to exist
Yeah.
in other spaces. The Adidas and Gucci collab is big, but also Sambas are coming back.
But
We're seeing those designs coming back. So I do feel like, is it going to be a huge loss for Adidas?
Yeah.
Yes. Ultimately, Adidas and Kanye's deal terminating, we've seen Kanye try and do trainings on his own. And we saw that they didn't do well.
Yeah.
We only saw it pop off when it was collaborations. And now that Adidas has stopped working with him, he tried to go to Skechers. Skechers don't want to work with him.
The military boost that he did for Yeezy season actually sold out all the time though.
yeah,
They sold out all the time. No,
Yeah.
I saw them on sale the other day. I saw them in TK Maxx the other
on sale in
day.
some places.
Exactly, so they
the
don't.
Hills, the Hills did and all that stuff.
They
That
were
went on
also
sale.
in TK Maxx.
But
But the boots though, the boots sold out.
Okay, let me ask you
The
guys a
boots
question.
are-
Let me ask you guys one question, in regards to what you're saying, because I get what you guys are saying in regards to, obviously there are some Yeezy only shoes that do sell quite well, and you're talking about Adidas with the printing on. But the thing is, if Adidas didn't have the Adidas sign on this trainer, the trainer will still bang.
I'm sorry, I don't understand what
If the
you're saying.
Adidas branding wasn't on the Yeezy trainer,
Yeah.
in a sense that if Yeezy was to take off Adidas and create Yeezy trainers, they would bang.
But you won't
Okay,
be to
no, I
create these
hear-
anymore.
He won't.
No. Are you saying like, let's say that they never had that and he did it on his own?
Yeah, they'll
The
bang.
reason why I don't think that they would bang is because as much as Kanye saved Adidas's life, and that's how we're seeing it,
Yeah.
he tried to do this on his own and he could not do it. He tried.
So-
Everything that we got from the Yeezy during that desert boot era, he tried to do it. This would not have come about if he did not have Adidas's skeleton to work off
Yeah, and the technology.
and the technology to
I
work
hear it.
off.
Okay.
He wouldn't have been able to do it.
Fair
which
point.
is why even after he got kicked out from Adidas, he still went to go and find Skechers because he knows he can't do it on his own.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
easy. It's not an easy task for him to do.
It's not an easy task, and he knows that. And also, I do feel as well that while Kanye West's stuff has value and people respect Kanye West as someone that if he touches it, it tends to go viral.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily know if that's the case or whether it's because it's another collaboration similar to Nike and Virgil and the rest of them. Because the reason why I say that is because Kanye has done so much stuff
Yeah.
with just Yeezy. It didn't bang.
What do you mean?
The Yeezy, all of the clothing and the shoes and the heels, all of them. He's done all of it. It didn't bang.
I think shoes is a bit different.
I think-
Clothing didn't bang.
I think,
But the shoes
it's-
didn't bang either.
It's a bit techie because I feel like the clothing did bang as to an extent because what he was doing with Yeezy season was similar to the clothing that he did with Adidas. And the only reason why Yeezy season didn't bang is because of the price point, I feel personally.
Yeah, the price point, you're right, it was expensive. However, he can only afford to lower those price points when you're in collaboration
Yeah.
with a bigger
But
brand.
that's what I'm saying. I feel like now that he's in this position where he's been through this whole deal with Adidas, he's learned the trade and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. I know that he went to Skechers, which kind of doesn't back this point at all. But I feel like he should be in a position where he can potentially get either funding or he can do it himself and manufacture this stuff himself. And it might be a bit more premium,
Yeah.
but I think it won't be as expensive as it was with the earlier Yeezy season stuff. Now, my point as to whether who won between the two, I think Adidas won in immediacy, but in the long run, I think Adidas is pissed. And the reason why I say that is because they can only continue doing this for so long. They can bring out a few more Yeezys. Yeezy, for me personally, at the end of their lifeline anyway. People are not buying Yeezys as much as they used to. Yes, it's big in the UAE, but no one's really caring for the drops. Number one. The collaborations with all these big brands, yes, Kanye is giving them the exposure so they can collaborate with Balenciaga and Gucci,
giving them that reputation.
But honestly, the collections haven't banged, and really and truly, going forward, Adidas for me personally, you're not doing anything amazing for me to say, oh wow, I really should get these Adidas clothing. No, it's not happening. Your core branded stuff, yes, it has times when there's a bit of an uprise. It happened with the superstars. It's happening with the Gazelles now.
The Gazelles and
the Sambas now. But really and truly, that only lasts for a particular time. Superstars is nothing right now. Gazelles will fall out of their time. So my issue with Adidas is that Adidas hasn't got this thing where it has become this brand for me, like Nike, where it's like no one can live without this brand. You can walk around and live without having Adidas in your wardrobe. There was a time when Stan Smith was your shoe. Do you wear Stan Smiths anymore?
I wore them yesterday, but
occasionally?
to work. But day to day, no.
It's not something where I'm like, I need to go back and get another pair. This is the only thing from Adidas that I'll say I'll go back and get another pair.
And even that, it's not even like
go to every day.
Like for example with Nike, you've got the Air Forces, which I'm buying.
That's a
obviously
staple.
I don't buy it every single month, but there are people that buy white Air Forces every single month. I'm not buying a Stan Smith every single month.
I feel like Adidas have really found it hard to well, they've got their core audience for sure. Every brand's got their core audience. But I think for the masses, they've really found it hard to produce a product other than the Ultra Boost, but that's still gone now too. That for me personally has lasted the test of time.
And anything that they've made that has skyrocketed has been a collaboration or an extension of the brand. It hasn't actually been Adidas. For example, Adidas and the Y3 boost that they did. And it was even Kanye that brought it out, that made it popular.
And even with when they brought out the shelters and that came back, it was Pharrell that really promoted that one too.
And the Ultra Boost that did come out a while ago, Kanye that did that.
But the thing is, even with everything that you're saying, that is fine. And I think you're right. I don't think Adidas, or maybe we as consumers should accept that Adidas and Nike are not the same.
Yeah.
And they don't operate on the same model.
Scale.
Model in that Nike Air Forces are a staple in everyone's wardrobe. So for that alone, for the fact that they've created such a legendary shoe, nothing's going to keep them out of business, because at the very least, everyone's going to be buying. That's the most popular shoe in existence. It's not Adidas' fault that they don't have an Air Force One. That's just what it is. Not everyone can be like Nike.
I guess the better question is whether Kanye leaving them will either keep Adidas where they are, where they've kind of come up in the market and they're coming close to being able to talk to Nike, or whether they'll regress back down to where they were.
I don't ever feel like
they'll regress.
I don't ever feel like they'll be on the same level as Nike.
They'll never be on the same level, but they boosted themselves.
We're talking about growth.
But even with what they did at the height of what they were doing with Yeezy, I still don't feel like they were ever chatting to Nike.
I feel like they were.
No,
at one point.
I don't.
Yeezy from Adidas at one point was one of the biggest shoes in the world.
That's fine, but the Air Force was the biggest. It's been number one consistently for years.
Even bigger than a Wave.
And it will never ever change. It won't.
I hear that, but I feel like there was a point where Yeezy actually just like encapsulated, like the whole market was Yeezy.
No.
It wasn't any Nike stuff.
But I'm not disputing that. But what I'm saying is, even when Yeezy was doing what Yeezy was doing, Nike was still consistently doing well in all areas of the world. If it wasn't Air Forces, it was Jordans. And if it wasn't Jordans, it was Dunks. And if it wasn't Dunks, it was LeBrons. If it wasn't LeBrons, it was something else. No one's touching Nike.
I feel like with Nike, there's so much variety that there's a market that they'll always dominate.
They're a whole system.
With Adidas, it was more Yeezy, and that's it. And if it wasn't anything outside of Yeezy,
that's what I'm trying to say. I'm like, the fact that they had this and now that it's gone, well, essentially it'll be gone at some point. Even if they continue selling it, it'll be gone at some point. Once that goes, Adidas for me personally is going to regress back to where they were.
But I think what I feel like now is, I feel like as they have in the past before with what you just referenced, the Ultra Boost was this person, that person was that person. So long as they keep doing what they have been doing in the past, which is bringing out particular shoes and getting people of high influence to align with that brand or work with that brand, I'm not saying they're going to be anything close to this. They know that they're going to take a loss. I know that they're going to take a loss. They know that they're going to take a loss. And I definitely think in the long term, it's absolutely going to be more than 250 million euros.
Yeah.
But what I do think is that Adidas will just go back to being what Adidas was. That wasn't...
That's what I'm saying.
But when I say regressing back to like... Are you saying pre-Ultra Boost?
I'm saying pre-Kanye.
Yeah, naturally, but that's fine. I don't necessarily think that that's majorly unsuccessful, because like you said, Yeezy was on their way out the door anyway.
Fair.
So Kanye West's contract only went out to 2026.
Yeah.
Realistically, at 2026, that's when it would have done. They wouldn't have renewed that contract,
You never
realistically.
know.
But realistically, because if we're not based on how things are going,
consumerism, and
they were already on their way out the door. So that is not Adidas's fault that they cut 4 years earlier. They were already kind of done.
Yeah.
So I'm not stressing on that. But I think one thing that Kanye has done is they've opened Adidas up to be seen as more than just the brand that have the shell toes.
Fair.
And
so someone else can come in and do what he does.
And do exactly that.
Yeah.
So that's why I feel
hear
like they're not going to be left high and dry.
Yeah.
They've opened themselves up. Now they've got the collaboration with Gucci.
Yeah.
Sambas are cool now. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're touching a different market. If they just focus on that, I feel like they'll be fine.
Essentially, they need another Kanye.
I just feel like they need, I guess so, but not necessarily to the same degree. Like, because Yeezy was competing with Jordan.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think it's going to be that. Like, let's be realistic.
It was stronger than Jordan, by the way, at one point.
Maybe at a point,
but not
for a short time,
yeah.
But I don't feel like they need another Kanye to do another Yeezy, because that was not going to come around so quickly. I feel like what they need is people with pockets of influence in lots of different places. A$AP Rocky and Bella Hadid. Bella Hadid, by the way,
big influencer.
Big influence.
Yeah.
She is the one that brought back Black Sambas, because her and the cool people are wearing Black Sambas, so that's what everyone wants to
She
wear.
also brought back the 990s in fashion.
Oh yeah, that's true actually. So all you need is like people with pockets of influence to wear particular shoes. They'll be fine. Like they're good. My thing is that Kanye, as much as he's been doing amazing things, and he really is the GOAT in his own right, take away Yeezy from what you know of Kanye and these designs and what this was, and tell me that he's gonna be just fine based on what he can create. He's got in the long run, in the short term, he's gonna be impacted severely. But the thing is about Kanye is a creator, which means that I wouldn't really count him out.
Facilitator.
No, facilitator would have been Adidas.
I do believe he's a creator.
I feel like the reason why I say he might be a facilitator is because I'm not sure he designed these. Kanye is a person that can bring a load of people together, the right people in the room. He's kind of like, actually, no, I won't say he's kind of like Steve Jobs, because Steve Jobs had the vision and the idea. Even though Kanye had the vision and the idea for Yeezy, he didn't design these. Like, he brought in designers from different places to create these shoes, and I think he put his name on it.
But the thing is, with a lot of stuff, is that you have the vision and the idea. It's like what you was talking about. You've got an idea, and you might not be able to sketch out properly. Hence why you bring people to design what you want.
I think ultimately he's the designer. He is a creator.
Yeah, he's the creator.
I do think he's a creator in his own right. But again, how much of this, because his Yeezy designs came from something, and it came from the back catalogue, the archive of what Adidas used to do anyway, plus a whole bunch of other inspirations, of course. So this is a true collaboration. It is not just Kanye came and helped Adidas out. He didn't do them a favor.
But that's the thing. I feel like we're kind of now not respecting what this guy is doing, because with every single designer that comes into a brand, that's how it works. They for example, if a designer comes to Nike and they're collaborating with Nike will obviously bring their designers in place to help create something. But the ultimate vision is held by the creator.
Absolutely.
So it's like, you can't say, okay, well, Kanye came in and then obviously there's designers and this and this. Ultimately, it's his vision, Yeezy's his vision.
Yeah, they just executed it.
And they just executed it, which is what a business is. That's how it works. So if Kanye was not in the fold, Adidas would not have this.
Absolutely.
So they both have their own contribution to this. But ultimately, if Kanye West was not here, Adidas would not be where it is. I think Kanye West ultimately would have still been one of the biggest influences of all time. Was you gonna say something?
No, I was just...
Kanye West will still be Kanye West.
I'm not disputing that, but what I'm saying is, from evidence, what we've seen, when Kanye was even like super, super hot, he was married to Kim Kardashian, and she was wearing his clothes and lots of influence there. Even then, his stuff was not going viral to the point that it was selling out all the time.
I disagree.
It wasn't. It wasn't selling out.
I disagree.
It used to go on sale all the time. Yeezy season 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Okay, we need to split them apart, because if we're talking about Yeezy season, that's the clothing, and the boots and stuff.
The shoes and boots,
and we're talking about Yeezy, the trainers. These were selling out even before he met Kim.
What I'm trying to say is that
What he's
take
done by
away the
himself.
collaboration stuff, him on his own,
Yeah.
how did that go when he was on his own? That's what I'm trying to base it off. Because right now, Kanye is not at the height of his influence. He's not.
I think he's plateaued now.
So let me say this, right? This is my opinion. My opinion is that Kanye is not at the height of his influence. At the height of his influence, whenever that was, for me, I believe it was when he was married to Kim K and everyone was wearing his clothes.
Yeah.
At the height of his influence, he could bring out a shoe that looked like a gyoza and everyone would wear it.
Yeah.
That was the height of his influence, right?
True.
We are not there anymore. If he brought out 450s now,
Yeah.
they're not selling out.
I hear
Or
it.
if they're selling out, they're on StockX for £90.
Yeah.
I hear it.
So we're not where we used to be.
Yeah.
I think, okay, so you're basically trying to say that Kanye needs businesses more than businesses need Kanye.
Right now, he's not doing them the favor that he was once doing. It's
Yeah.
not that anymore because he's not as influential as he was in the past. And so now, if he tries to bring something else out on his, maybe if he left Adidas when these came out and
Yeah.
did something on his own,
Or the Wave
he'd be
Runners.
just yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was pointing at. Sorry, the Wave
Yeah, the
Runners.
Wave Runners, so-
He'd be just fine. But now he's made the 450s, the 350s, the foam runners. Obviously, they did great.
The
But
net runners.
realistically, if he did anything on his own, right now, I don't think it's gonna pop off.
I hear
I don't
it.
think it will pop
I
off
hear
in
it.
3 years. I don't think it will pop off in 5 years. I think his time is done.
Do you know?
But I think the thing is, you got to remember that Kanye is not just about the shoes and the fashion. Like, he is doing other stuff too.
Yeah.
No, when we were talking about who took a bigger L
Yeah,
in regards
they
to
were talking
Adidas and
about
Kanye,
fashion,
we was
yeah.
talking about
And that's
shoes.
that's
Yeah.
cool.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I think the same thing that happened to what's that guy's name? His
John
name, his
Robertson.
name, no, Young Lord. Is his name Young Lord?
ASAP Bari.
ASAP Bari, yeah.
Okay.
The same thing that happened to him might end up happening to Kanye West, where he does like NDAs in regards to like creativity, where they don't actually put his name on it, but it's actually influenced by him. Because there's a lot of people working with ASAP Bari right now. It's just that you can't put his name there because of he's
always tarnished his name.
Yeah,
Get your
because
pass.
but at the same time, I can see that a lot of people respect his genius and his creativity. It's just that we can't put you on this. And you know the reason why we can't, because
Yeah.
you've been doing some dirty stuff.
So based on all this, would you say that Kanye has influence over power?
I feel like he has more influence than power.
Yeah.
He wanted power,
Yeah, facts.
hence why he said all he said. And I get that, but it goes back to what we said. You got to play your part. You got to play your part until you have the power to make those decisions.
Right.
We as black people, like it's sad because we talk about how we should have the ability to do this and do that, but the way the world is at the moment, we don't have enough ownership and power for us to be able to make decisions like that.
Yeah.
And to be able to talk the way we want to talk. Yes, there is freedom of speech, but because
always a
we don't,
consequence to
yeah,
whatever
there's a
you say.
consequence of it because we don't have power. If we had the monopoly in this world, we could talk as much shit as we wanted to. We could do whatever we wanted to an extent, but because we don't have that power and that ownership, which he doesn't have, and it's clear to see now in regards to the designs, you don't have ownership of your designs. Hence why now that you've left the contract with Adidas,
You're pissed.
You're pissed. So I get what he was trying to do. Sorry, I get what he's trying to do in regards to getting more power. Because, for example, when they added a new head of operations for Yeezy and Kanye West didn't like it, they said, "Screw you! Like, we're putting this guy here."
Yeah.
But that's the type of power that he wanted to be able to make those decisions to further his brand. But until you have that type of power, it's just influence you have, and influence is only as big as it is
Until it isn't.
Until it isn't.
I think for me, one thing about this word power, is kind of what you do with the power once you have it. Just because you have power, in the sense that you have ownership and the sense that you're a CEO or whatever, it doesn't give you the right to chat as much shit as you like. That is not how this works. Because when I think about even the most powerful in different industries, Harvey Weinstein, for example, obviously
yeah.
he did very heinous things, so that goes without saying. But let's just say he was an absolute paedophile and he was just saying anti-Semitic shit, which doesn't really work too well because he's Jewish. But let's
Yeah.
just say he wasn't Jewish, he was the GOAT,
Yeah.
and he, in all his power and all his might, said something anti-Semitic. Someone's still going to dun him out.
Yeah, let me just say one thing, Tobi. In this world, there's always someone that's bigger than someone.
Absolutely, always.
But what I'm trying to say, because I shouldn't have said that, I'm not saying that him having power will enable him to chat shit. I feel like the reason why he's chatting shit is because he's not been allowed the power, so he's trying to speak up about certain things and saying certain things,
Yeah.
so that he can get that power. But you're not in the place of power to be able to say stuff and then get what you want. It doesn't work like that. Hence why he's saying all these things, because he's irritated and frustrated. For example, like I said with the Adidas situation, he wanted more creative power because Adidas were releasing designs that he didn't want out.
Yeah.
There's batches of trainers that he wanted to release, increase the number. He wanted more autonomy on what was going on.
Yeah.
But Adidas wouldn't allow him to have that. Hence why he's now acting, or I wouldn't say that's the only reason why he's acting the way he's acting, but that's one of the reasons he's acting the way he's acting. So I'm not trying to say that he wants power so he can chat shit. He's chatting shit because he doesn't have the ability to do what he wants to do with his vision.
I get you.
Yeah, as you were saying, Toby.
You said everything I need to say.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I guess it's just really tricky because I think, you know, this is not going to sound, I'm going to sound really tone deaf, so I don't really want to say it. But ultimately, I think the thing with Yeezy is tricky. But ultimately, when it comes down to it, you had a deal. You made a deal. The deal was very lucrative and you were very happy to lay out all your shoes.
At the time,
to interview yourself for Forbes and to be classed as a billionaire. You were very happy to do it. And it was off the back of this lucrative deal that was working very well for you and working very well for Adidas. It got to a point where the business do what business do, and you wanted more. You wanted more autonomy, more creativity, you wanted more, whatever it was, rightly or wrongly. You wanted more than what you had originally bargained for.
Yeah.
And the business, not family, business that you're in business with said, well, don't care.
Tough luck.
Too bad, so sad.
Screw you.
And then you decided the key to do that, to break free, is to go down this route. So that's why, I guess for me, I really don't have any sympathy. I don't have any thoughts. I don't have any feelings outside of you're where you are because of what you chose to do.
Yeah, I think
you just didn't play the game right.
That's it. You didn't play your part right.
You didn't do it right. Sorry.
And I feel like this is the issue that's been with Kanye. Yeah, Kanye has grown, and it's like what Tobi was saying before, where we've accepted some of the stuff that Kanye has said, and we said, it's just Kanye being Kanye West, Kanye way, and he has been like, okay,
Ye now,
Ye, because he's obviously So Ye, because Ye has been acting the way he's been acting, we've been like, it's just freedom of speech. He's just saying what he's saying, or there's some sort of correctness to what he's saying. But at the same time, you play your part in this game. Like someone that is that is apprentice cannot be talking to the director as if he's someone. You have to play your part. You get the coffee, you do what you need to do until you're in a position to now do what you want to do. And Kanye West,
the director. Then you can fire the director. Then you can fire.
Then you can fire the director when you got that power. 100%. Just like Elon Musk did.
Right, then.
But until you're in that position, which you clearly wasn't, and it goes back to what Kesi was saying, is that you needed the brand just as much as the brand needed you, and you needed the brand way more than they needed you.
Yeah.
Because they can find any upcoming design. They could have even added Virgil if they wanted to. God rest his soul. But
that would have been harsh.
Yeah, that would have been.
It would have been unfair. It would have been unruly, but
it is what it is.
It could have been done. It could have been done.
It could have been done, but I don't think Virgil would have been able to do what Kanye West did.
Yes, he would.
Do you know the reason why?
He done it. No, if he was there for longer.
Wait. No. What Virgil has done, Virgil to me personally hasn't created something new.
But
agreed.
He hasn't created something new. Fact. But what he did there was big, and if he was there for longer,
agreed. We are kind of saying the same thing. We're not disputing that Virgil did a great job.
It's different.
But what Virgil did, he tapped into shoes that we already really loved. We already really loved the Jordan 1. He gave it an edge. He made it different. It's like giving us a different color, a different variation. Virgil wouldn't have had much to work with in Adidas. What are you going to give us? Graffiti superstar. I don't want to wear the superstar. Do you know what I mean? We already wanted to wear Air Force.
John Witherspoon tried to do that.
That's it. Like,
you get it.
It's different. It's two different types of genius. One is Kanye West is an inventor. Kanye West is the inventor. Virgil is more of.
He's like a manipulator.
Thank you. That's what it is.
In a good way, guys.
In a good way.
In a good way. Like,
God rest his soul.
It's two different arts, and they're both respected for that.
Remember the Off-White Zoom Fly?
100%.
Lord have mercy.
Exactly. I don't either. Remember the foam?
No, do you remember the running shoe that you made? The track and field shoe?
What about the Air Forces with the studs underneath as if you're going hiking? Anyway, so what I want to ask you guys, is okay. Obviously, earlier in the episode, I spoke about how Adidas now that they've left Kanye, there's a possibility that they will still create Yeezy-like trainers without the Yeezy branding. Do you think that trainer will pop, or do you think it will just be a useless release?
I think Kesi answered already.
Yeah, and I think Tobi answered it as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Yeezy's on its way out.
Yeah.
So if it flops, it won't just be because it's not Kanye branded.
Yeah.
But separately, there isn't much branding on here that distinguishes it to make it a Yeezy. I don't actually know.
Adidas on it.
Yeah.
That's literally the Adidas logo. I don't know what else
That's
other
got
than the
Adidas
Yeezy
at the bottom,
on the
in fact.
inside. And then the
The
box.
Yeezy is no longer on the inside, is it?
No, it's there. It's on this one.
That's still the test of time.
I'm not gonna lie. Now that, for me personally, now that Kanye West is not affiliated with Yeezy,
You're not gonna buy Yeezys?
no. Now that Kanye West is not affiliated with Adidas, anything that comes out, I won't be buying it.
Re-release of these right now.
No, I'm not buying it.
Re-release of these.
Yes, I'm buying it.
Okay, I'm buying it.
But
Re-release of the Vanta Blacks.
I'm buying it.
There you go then.
I'm buying it.
Fact. End of conversation.
This is what I mean.
Shit.
Nobody cares.
Shit.
Nobody cares.
No one
Nobody
cares.
cares.
There's no
and I
loyalty.
think, do you know what? Even and the way that
scumbags.
Yeah.
the way that we would have tested it, for example, is the last Yeezy Day.
Yeah.
First of all, Yeezy Day is not even a real thing.
It's not a real
But
thing.
Kanye didn't
won
sign that
it.
one off.
But this is-
and the last set of releases that sold the Wave Runners and stuff, Kanye didn't want them.
He didn't approve them, yeah.
He actually
Didn't want the
outwardly
colours,
didn't
yeah.
want them. He did not want them released.
Yeah.
So if people loved Kanye, and if it was about Kanye,
They
we
wouldn't
would have said,
purchase
you know
it.
what, we won't buy it.
Yeah.
Did they do that? It's
Yeah.
sold out.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, no. This what's it called? What's the word to this market that we're in right now? Yeah.
Scumbags.
Yeah.
Dog.
No, do you know what? Yeah, we are peaky blinders. That's what we are.
Brother, we don't care.
rats. We are rats.
Give me the shoe.
We don't care.
All right.
We
So
do not care.
so let me ask you guys another question. Oh no, I think we've answered that question already.
Yeah.
No. So okay. Obviously, there's a statement that Adidas released.
Yeah.
Does anyone know the actual statement? Because I want us to.
So, do you know what? We've kind of touched on it. I think
Really?
we're okay to close, because the statement was basically around them saying that we are able to design
If we wanted to.
if we want to re-release these designs. Basically, they said that we own the current Yeezy designs and the designs that they've spoken about that will be releasing in the future.
Yeah.
And this is what Kanye was fighting about in the first place. This is why he wanted to come out the deal, because he did not own his designs.
Okay.
He did not come out of that deal resolved. So
Yeah,
they still own
basically.
it.
So let me
and they
ask-
want to make it
so
clear.
let me ask you a question, because this is not great at all, in a sense that I've come into a business, I've designed something, but I don't own my designs.
Shall I shut it down for you?
What?
You know when you sign your contract for your job, we don't need to disclose it.
Yeah.
You know that they own the rights to anything you produce. in that workplace.
Every documentation that I've created, every
There you go.
process I've
It's just
created.
a fact of life.
If you come up with a multi-million-dollar idea in that place,
Fact of life.
that's
You
theirs.
use their laptop. Use their laptop to create that thing. It's theirs.
Actually, it's a bit different. It's a bit different because if I created something in a business, for example, if it was a product or something, I can actually sign a what's it called, non-closure agreement.
You have to get them to sign.
Yo,
They
but
don't
no,
have to.
Oh no, but the thing is, this is now me changing the story a bit, but if I was to create anything in a business and I had the ability to and I said, okay, I know this is going to be profitable and I believe in my idea, I wouldn't create it until I've signed an agreement, which means I have ownership of it.
You see, you're doing too much,
Yeah.
because fact of the matter is...
He should have listened to me then.
Fact of the matter is, he's entered a contract.
Of
that
course.
contract stipulated what he owned, what he didn't own.
Yeah.
He saw the money and he said, that's cool with me.
Billionaire.
Now he's seen that actually, hold on, this is popping off.
Yep.
I want to own this. And they said, sorry, Hans, we agreed.
That's
Let me-
absolutely
So
nothing
you
you can do.
don't get turned around.
Yeah,
Let me ask you a question. Does Jay-Z now have to change the lyric of his song? Because he said that obviously there's people that have come from
I
that
made
billionaires.
billionaires.
Yeah, I've made Kanye, I've made Rihanna. Kanye West probably had the same...
He still made it. I mean, she's
Yeah,
like,
he made.
Yeah,
I still
he
made
made
it.
it,
Lost
yeah.
it.
Kanye West now has the same net worth as Noor.
No, not no. It's the guy. It's the guy that we talked about last
Adam
week.
Jones.
Last week.
So, okay, let's round this up because this has been a great conversation about Kanye, yeah? Do you think any company moving forward is going to affiliate itself with Kanye?
I think if Skechers with the blinky doos can turn him away upon arrival, no, seriously, do I think anyone would want to work with him in the future? No.
Yes.
And not because he's cancelled to the point of no return.
I think he is.
I don't feel like he's cancelled to the point
Definitely
of no
not.
return. I
Kanye
just
will be
feel
back.
like the height of his influence has passed. And it's just a very bad time for all of this to have happened. If this happened, Wave Runner time,
Yeah, it was.
and he got cancelled, he could have maybe come back with another brand, whether it's Nike, Skechers, whoever, and still brought out something successful. But also, separately to Kanye, just in the market that we're in, streetwear, crepes and all of that is dying
It's
down.
plateauing, yeah.
Yeah, it's dying down. It's dying down in the sense that, like, the idea of what's going viral, listen, the fact that we're not entering raffles like we used to, we're not the only ones. Everybody is sick and tired of it. That's just a fact.
And the originality is gone now,
That's just a fact. That's why they keep on bringing out different dunks in different colours and just keep on pushing and churning and churning and churning. What the sneaker trainer collecting, all of that, whatever. At the height of it, that was maybe 2 years ago.
Okay.
At the absolute height. We passed that now. And unfortunately, I feel like because of that, a mix of a number of different things, and obviously Kanye's own actions and the things that he's done, I don't feel like, if someone wants to work with him, fine, but I don't think it would be as lucrative, and I feel like he's a lot more of a liability than he was maybe 3 years ago.
So, what's your thoughts?
Basically, I was going to say that the only thing that can happen now for Kanye, because essentially, no one will work with him, but no one in the West will work with him. Kanye was a guy that said that he wanted to bring all manufacturing to America. He wanted to be a westernized business. Kanye's only other option is to go east. There's
East as in where?
China. There are companies. China's got its own ecosystem and its own
think,
value,
if
which
you
is
go China,
insane. And there's companies that will happily work for me.
Yeah.
I agree.
Happily.
Yeah.
I agree.
And they'll produce a shoe for a fraction of the price, and it'll go into the stores in the UK and everywhere else, and people will still buy it.
Whether it will be as successful,
Yeah.
okay, look, China's the biggest, most populous country in the world. So will it do as well here? Probably, just based off the numbers alone. But in terms of like being culturally and culture, the only culture I know is from the West. I'm not from the East. Will it be as culturally as successful? No. Will it be as trendy here? No. Because that's not necessarily how it works. If it's super, super trendy in China, it's super trendy here. That's not how it goes.
But I feel, well, yeah, like Tobi said, they have their own ecosystem. But what I was going to say is that I feel like we can't underestimate Kanye. Because on many occasions, Kanye, obviously this one he's down bad.
I think this is the first time where he's been down and out.
He's
though.
down
Yeah,
bad.
he's down
I don't think
bad.
he's ever been knocked out yet.
Not
And then
to
you're
this
just
degree.
thinking like, yo,
this-
I don't think this guy's getting up.
This is Evander Holyfield and Mike Tyson right now.
This is
But-
KU.
Yeah, this one is this
Lockjaw.
is bad. But I want to also say that we can't underestimate Kanye, even though this is probably the worst it's been.
You think Kanye will be back?
I think he'll be back.
Okay.
Well,
I think he'll be back.
even if he is, I think for now it's safe to say that we are saying goodbye to Kanye
For 100%.
for a minute.
And I really, really want to say out there to anyone that's listening to us that is what's it called? That's verified on Instagram or any of those social media. Please give Kanye some help.
What?
Yes,
He's not on there anymore.
He's not on Instagram.
No,
Actually,
I think
still on
he's
Instagram,
back
yeah.
on Instagram,
He's on
but
Instagram,
I don't think he's on Twitter
Twitter.
anymore.
Because
But what does he
What
need
the
help
heck?
for?
the reason why I'm saying that, I'm talking about like the bipolar side of things and all that type of stuff.
Listen.
No,
God
wait,
helps those who help
wait.
himself.
Listen. Because at the same time, I get what you're saying. But all I'm trying to say is that in regards to me saying that Kanye West can come back, I feel like there's a lot of help he needs before he can come
you
back.
think he should get help from other celebrities that are going through their own issues?
Shit, man.
But
I don't
even-
know,
Just
man.
down bad. You're
And
saying
even outside of that, again, another thing is I'm always quite careful to talk about the bipolar stuff because Kanye himself has said that he does not have bipolar. So
Okay.
I don't really know what to go off. Like Kim Kardashian, his wife at the time, said he's going through a bipolar episode. And so that's what we've kind of been going off. For Kanye to say that he doesn't have bipolar, if he has bipolar and he said that he doesn't have bipolar,
That's something
that could be the bipolar.
Yeah.
that could be the bipolar talking. But it's always very tricky. In terms of how much help he needs, he is genuinely at a point where he just needs to just stop talking.
Yeah, fact.
So the way that platforms can help him is by deplatforming him.
Yeah.
Someone like Nori, who tried to do Drink Champs, he thought that was a way that would benefit Kanye in some sort of way. That is someone who is self-centered and selfish and just wanted another viral moment.
Yeah,
For sure.
100%.
Which is why
After
it's
he
gone.
just got one, he just won another one.
That's what that was. And so a lot of people now that will be able to offer him help and do whatever. What he needs right now is he needs to get himself settled. He needs to find himself secluded and be one with himself first
And his
before anybody
family.
else can be doing anything.
Yeah.
That's what he
gotta
needs,
be a dad for a
really.
bit, man.
But whatever he needs, it's not our business.
I guess we have.
Facts.
Yeah.
That's it.
So with that brings us to the end of A great episode, actually.
Yeah,
I
man.
really enjoyed it.
Good night, Mr. West.
Yeah, good night, Mr. West. Indeed, it's just so sad. It is really sad to see someone so legendary go down so sad and so bad. But so go. Thank you very much for listening to episode 115, 115. You can find us on socials at Hype and Then Some on Twitter and on Instagram and on TikTok also. Or you can find us on YouTube by searching Hype and Then Some. You can listen to us on Spotify and SoundCloud. And apparently Apple Podcasts, it doesn't look like we've gone anywhere. Yusuf has let us know that they're still coming through. So
wow, well done. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess you can still listen to it. We thought it was gone, but apparently it's not. So you can listen to us there as well. Guys, this has been a great episode, but we have got to dash. So on that note, do we have any other business? Oh wait, actually, this episode will be coming out on Sunday and it will be Michael's birthday. So everybody wish him a happy birthday in advance. Happy birthday, MBT. Any other business?
Nah, that's it.
This is episode 115. We're saying good night, Mr. West. And this is Hype and Then Some for now. We speak to you guys later.
Peace.